21-year-old Danielle Hansen is suing 21-year-old Brenda Carney for assaulting her in a restroom during a party.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 468 on the calendar in the matter of Hansen versus Carney.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Ms. Hansen, it is your claim that Miss Carney assaulted you at a party. It was a Halloween party, and it was being held at some firehouse?
Yes,
a firehouse. Adults were there, young people were there. Your parents were there?
Yes.
Were your parents there?
No.
Oh, okay. Now, Miss Carney, your defense is that, yes, you did, in fact, hit her, but she started it.
Yes.
So since you acknowledge that there was a physical altercation, I'm going to let you tell me what happened.
Okay. I had walked in, since the moment I walked in, the first time I saw her, she had called me when I walked by.
I assume you knew her from before?
Yes.
From when before?
A long time ago, like 6 years ago, probably.
Had you seen her in those 6 years?
I don't think so.
What time did you get to this Halloween party?
I have no idea. Probably 9 or so, I don't know.
Was this person with you?
Yes.
What time did you get to the party?
It was at 9.
Okay. So you say you passed her by and she called you a name. Keep going.
Okay, and so we kind of ignored it and we were sitting at a table.
Not we. I don't want to hear
Okay.
about the we.
Sorry. Okay.
She didn't call anybody else a name. She called you a name.
Yes. Okay, and then we passed by before we went in the bathroom and she...
Who's we?
Me and 2 other friends. And then by the time we got into the bathroom, we had had an altercation. She called me...
No. Listen to me very carefully. Don't look down there. You look here.
Okay.
She called you a name. You ignored it. You sat down. You and your friends went to the bathroom. As you were going to the bathroom, did she say something else to you?
Well, actually, we were going to the other room, which the bathroom is in a hallway. And we were going through the hallway to a different room. And she had said some other things. I don't remember exactly what it was, though.
Directed to you?
Yes.
Okay, and you kept walking. Keep going.
And then a few minutes later, we went into the bathroom, and her friend were in there. And
Okay, so when you got into the bathroom, she was there. Who had to use the restroom?
we went in to do our makeup, actually.
So nobody had to use the restroom.
No.
And when you got into the restroom, the plaintiff was there. She was there with anyone else?
With her friend, I believe.
That would be you. Go ahead.
Okay. And so
Don't
we...
look down. I'm not
sorry.
interested in looking down. I'm interested in looking here.
Okay. And so we had an altercation. She was saying
Don't
that
tell
I
me
was-
altercation. Altercation is a conclusion. I want you to tell me what happened when you got to the bathroom.
Okay.
She was there already.
Yes.
What was she doing when you walked in?
Standing there. I don't know exactly what she went in the bathroom to do.
What was she doing when you walked in?
She was just standing there. She wasn't doing anything.
She was standing in the bathroom.
Yes, she was standing
near
in the
the
bathroom.
sink.
Yeah, well, it's kind of small, so yeah, near the sink, I guess you could say.
And what happened?
Okay. And I walked in there and she said, "Oh, you must have not heard me." And I said, "Yeah, I did hear you." And then we just got into this argument about my ex-boyfriend.
No. You must have not heard me.
Okay.
Yes, I heard you. She said, you said, come on.
She was saying how my boyfriend liked her and wanted her and I was nothing to him, blah, 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 blah.
You mean you're talking about 6 years ago?
Exactly, yes, 6 years ago.
Go ahead.
And so I just said, "You could have him if you want him. He's not mine anymore, blah, blah, blah." And then she was just on and on about how much he wanted her, blah, blah, blah. So it made me mad. So I threw my water at her out of my cup. And so she started to come towards me. I hit her. She pulled onto my hair. And then her dad came into the bathroom and grabbed me out and said, "You can either go out in cuffs or you can go out yourself." So I said, "Okay, I'm going out myself." Went outside with Whitney. And she came running out and pushed me and said, "Oh, it's all right, Danielle, I got her," and ran back into the bathroom. And so when we left, we went down to our car, and her dad walked by and said, "Oh, just remember, little girl, this isn't over yet." So I was like, okay. And they drove by about probably 10 minutes later, right before we were leaving, and they were calling me and stuff when they were driving by. So
That has nothing to do with the assault.
okay,
You
well, asked
assaulted
what
her.
happened. I told you what.
You assaulted her.
Okay.
What part didn't you understand that you assaulted her? You can't throw water on her. That's an assault. And let's go through it very slowly. Remember, you don't have to have a good memory if you tell the truth. You threw water on her, and then what happened?
And then she came at me, so
Then
I
she
hit her.
came towards you,
Okay.
and then you hit her,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Where did you hit her?
Her face, I think.
You can't do that. Is that what happened?
No, it's not what happened at all.
So I've just heard a whitewashed version of what happened?
Yes.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
Okay,
This
it
is
was-
bad enough.
Yeah. It was about 10:30 at night on October 25th, and I had not seen her that whole night. I didn't know she was there. Me and Ashley went into the bathroom to go to the bathroom, and about 30 seconds... about 30 seconds to a minute later, she comes in with two of her friends. And I say, "Hi, Brenda." She goes, "Why are you saying hi to me?" I said, "Because I was just trying to be nice." She replies, "Why, because you my boyfriend?" And I said, "No, I didn't have sex with your boyfriend." She comments about my chin, insults me, so I say something about her hair. I walk towards the restroom, turn my face, and she hits me in my eye. And I have pictures to prove it.
What about the water? Didn't she throw water?
She didn't throw water on me. She hit me once. I kneeled down, I come back up, and I pulled her hair. She hit me again in the same eye. I let go of her hair, I grab my face, and my friend Ashley pulls me into the stall. And I hear my dad's voice. He comes in to the bathroom, and I hear him. So I open the stall, and he says 3 times to her, "You need to get out of the bathroom. You need to leave the bathroom." And as they are leaving the bathroom, her friend turns around, throws her drink on my face, into my eye.
Which friend?
I don't remember.
Which friend?
Don't remember.
Which friend?
Which friend it was?
Don't speak!
Okay.
Which friend?
It was our friend Brianna.
That was.
I love it
gone then.
when it all... Shut up. Okay. I gave you an opportunity to speak first, right? Everybody else was quiet.
Yes.
If I had let you answer the question, you would have said nobody threw a drink at her. That's why I asked her.
Okay.
Because then I got an honest answer.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Danielle Hansen says Brenda Carney assaulted her in the restroom during a Halloween party. Brenda claims that Danielle was the aggressor.
Okay. You have medical bills?
Yes.
I'd like to see them, please. What do you do for a living, Miss Carney?
I'm a waitress
Where?
at Buffalo Hill Cafe in Georgetown.
How long have you been there?
About 6 years, 5 or 6 years.
Who do you live with?
I live with my mom,
Anybody else?
my dad, and my brothers.
How come you didn't have her arrested?
That's me.
I would have had her arrested.
Your Honor, I'm Steve Hansen. I'm her dad. We did call the police. The first 2 sheriffs that did show up interviewed my daughter and had to go to the hotel to get the defendant out of the bar. They took her statement. A 3rd sheriff arrived and basically took over the whole situation. We felt it was kind of biased because the sheriff knew the family.
I assumed somebody knew a family.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
I assumed somebody knew a family.
No. Okay.
I assumed somebody called somebody who knew a family.
We didn't know any of the sheriffs that were there that night.
I didn't say you.
Okay, I'm just letting you know we had no idea who they were. So.
I didn't say you.
Okay.
Family, I said.
Or my family.
No, I don't believe that at all. Because with this kind of injury, I just found out the story. I asked you what happened. You acknowledged that you assaulted her. I assume you said the same thing to the sheriff who came. I assume you did because you told me that you assaulted her. So I don't understand, if you assaulted her and caused her physical injury, why you weren't arrested unless somebody knew something. Unless somebody knew somebody. Certainly pleased that you're working, my darling. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I wanted to go to the bathroom. I needed to go to the bathroom. I turned my head and she hit me.
She was very upset, holding her face. You know, it was pretty obvious that she had been assaulted.
If someone just says, "Hi, how are you?" what would give me the reason to punch him in the face?
I didn't do anything to her.
She had just said that she wished I wasn't wearing the same costume as her.
We were wearing the same costume. I think she was just a little mad because I looked better in mine.
Not sound biased, but yes, my daughter did look a lot better in the costume.
Get over small stuff.
Well, I'll never hit anyone again. That's for sure.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Morris versus Morones, step forward, please.
19-year-old Pura Morris is suing her co-worker, Felicia Morones, for borrowing her Toyota Camry and wrecking it.
Miss Morris, the defendant borrowed your car.
Yes.
You were co-workers?
Yes.
And she totaled the car. You want her to pay for the car because while you had liability insurance on the car, you didn't have collision insurance on the car.
Yes, ma'am.
And the defendant says that the accident was not her fault, and therefore she's not responsible for the damage. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. When did you borrow her car?
In the first couple of weeks of November.
When did you borrow your car?
November 8th.
See, when you lose property that you pay for, you remember the date that you lose it.
Right.
When you don't pay for property, you don't even remember the date that you lost the property.
Well,
November 8th. Tell me under what circumstances she borrowed the car.
It was about 1:30 and she was getting off a couple hours before I did, and she wanted
Where do you work?
Taco Bell as my second job. She got off about 1:30 and I was supposed to close to be getting off at 4, and she had asked to borrow the car. And I really didn't want to give it to her at first.
I don't care whether you wanted to give it to her or not. I want to know what you said to her and what she said to you.
She asked to borrow the car. She said she was going to go check and see who was at a club, and I told her she could not borrow my car if she was going to be drinking. She said, okay, well then I'll just go home. And when I got off, she was supposed to come back up there and bring the car to me. And under them circumstances, she could borrow the car. I didn't want her to walk home at 1:30 in the morning. It's a bad part of town.
Well, if you hadn't lent her the car, how did you intend to get home?
Well, I have my husband to pick me up. He would come pick me up if I called him. She offered.
Just answer my question. When you didn't borrow her car,
Right.
how did you get home at 1:30 in the morning?
My manager, or like I would call somebody to come, pick me
At
up.
1:30 in the morning?
Yes.
Like who?
My kid's dad or the manager, she would clock out and take me home if I needed.
Go ahead.
She had kept asking to borrow the car, and so finally I said, all right, well, just pick me up when it's over.
What kind of car did you have?
A 98 Toyota Camry.
And this Taco Bell job is your second job.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your first job?
I work at a doctor's office.
What does your husband do?
He's a medical assistant.
Saving up some money?
Kind of. We just bought a house, so it's pretty much, we saved up to buy the house, and then we found out that it went through, and
How much money had you saved, Miss Morris?
A little over $2,000.
How long did it take you?
Month and a half, about 2 months.
So you work a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
What about your husband? Does he work a lot?
Yes, ma'am.
Who do you live with?
With my husband,
What does he do for a living?
he makes printing ink.
Okay. So you borrowed her car.
She offered her car.
I don't care whether she offered it or not. You borrowed her car. How old are you?
32.
You borrowed her car. You have a problem? You want me to give you the definition of borrow?
No, I know the definition.
Good. You borrowed her car.
Okay.
And what happened?
Well, I was at work and I was getting off early.
I heard that already. You were getting off early and you wanted to go home. And you didn't want to call your manager.
Well, I
or the
didn't want to
father
go
of your
home. I told her I
children.
wanted to go out.
You wanted to go out.
Yes, to a
How old are your
club.
children?
At home with their father.
How old are they, I said?
How old? From 16 to 5.
So you wanted to go out to a club. For what?
To have a couple of drinks.
With whom?
With just myself and whoever friends I saw there.
What about going home to your husband and children?
Well, I mean, occasionally I'll like go, out with friends and we'll, go out, drink or whatever. So.
You borrowed. Did you steal the car?
No, I did
Look,
not.
Look, all right. Let's try to make this simple, even for you. Did you buy the car?
No.
Did you steal the car?
No.
Did you have possession of the car?
Yes.
Didn't steal it, and you didn't buy it.
So,
Then you borrowed it.
Okay.
She didn't lose it. She didn't sell it. She loaned it to you.
Right.
You borrowed it from her. Now do you understand?
Yes.
Perfect. So tell me what happened to the car.
Okay, I was coming from the club because they were already closed. So I was just in the parking lot, so I just got back in the car, and then I took off, and then I was on the way to go home to change my clothes.
Change your clothes to do what?
Because I had on my Taco Bell uniform.
So what were you changing into?
I was going to go change into some jeans and a t-shirt, and then because she didn't have to get off till 4. And then when I was driving, a truck is coming towards my way on the other side. So then he decides to get in my lane, and I'm thinking he's going to move, and then he doesn't. So it's either I have a head-on collision, or what I did is I swerved, and when I swerved, there was like a ditch there with a little like boulder thing, and I like hit the boulder thing, and like when I did, it had like I could hear it like scrape the whole bottom of the car, and I went into like a little ditch where there was trees and stuff. So
Did you call the police?
no, I did not.
Why not?
Because the car started back up after the airplane.
Well, you
the
just
airbags
heard, you were
deployed.
just in almost a terrible accident. You heard that the car was damaged by hitting the underside of the car. A truck caused that damage, according to you. Truck caused that damage because it was traveling the wrong way on a highway. It was in your lane.
Not on a highway.
On a street.
On the street, yes.
It was going the wrong way in your lane on a street. So traveling in a very hazardous way, causing your accident. Why didn't you call the police?
Well, I
How about
didn't.
because I didn't have a license?
Right.
How about that?
Because I didn't have a license.
That would be an answer. Why did you take possession of her car without...
was aware of
I'm
that.
speaking. Don't tell me what she was aware of. Why did a 32-year-old woman take possession of a car, drive a car, without a license? Why?
Just, I don't know, just because I just did.
Well, then you pay for it. Can I get the book value of this car, please? 1998 Toyota
Camry.
She willingly handed the keys over to me, though.
You're a fool. Let me tell you all the things that you said to me today that suggest to me that you're a fool. First, that you had no responsibility because she offered you the car. Second, that you think that I believe that someone else caused this accident, despite the fact that you took the car, went to a club 1:30 in the morning, instead of going home after a shift of work to be with your husband, because you used that word loosely because you at first said the father of my children would come and pick me up. Then you said husband. So somebody is home with your kids while you're out clubbing. That makes you a fool. The next thing that you say is a fool is that she's responsible because she handed over the keys to you. That makes you a fool. Only a fool takes a car to drive it. I'm speaking on a public street without a license, who's 32 years old, who has a child as old as 16. If your child who is 16 who doesn't have a license takes a car and drives it on the street, he'll wind up in jail. That's where you should have been. Have the price?
1998 Camry.
Yeah, good condition.
Private party, $5,100.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused and they step out.
Angela Bauer is suing her ex-boyfriend, Owen Hemseth, for unpaid credit card charges and for the return of her belongings. Owen is countersuing for the money he put toward a car and stolen belongings.
Order. All rise. Yeah, it's case number 563 on the calendar, the matter of Bauer versus Hemseth.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have a seat.
Ms. Bauer, you and the defendant were involved in a relationship. According to your complaint, in September of 2007, you left to go and study abroad in Germany. You left Mr. Hemseth? Sir, pay attention. I'm talking to you.
Hemseth, Your Honor.
Hemseth. You left Mr. Hemseth at home in the apartment that you had previously shared, and according to you, you left him with a credit card for emergencies. What were you doing, Mr. Hemseth? Stop fidgeting around. The
Yes,
time
Your
to
Honor.
examine your evidence is before you come in here, not while I'm talking to you. It's irritating. What were you doing at the time she was in Germany?
With regards to...
With regard to what you were doing when she was in Germany?
I was working. I was involved.
This is not a tryout. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were working. Doing what?
I was working as an advertising representative.
So why did you need her credit card?
Well, the plaintiff had decided that I needed the credit card.
Just a second. I'm not asking you what was in her mind. I'm asking you, why did you need her credit card if you were working?
I did not need the credit card.
Okay, so you didn't need it,
That's correct.
but you used it.
That's correct.
And ultimately, you returned and decided that this relationship was not a relationship that you wanted. According to you, the defendant incurred bills on your credit card in excess of $10,000, including an engagement ring that you are choosing to keep, which you will, of course, pay for. You charged an engagement ring on that credit card?
That was why we purchased it. That was why the credit cards were
just answer
taken
my
out.
question.
Yes, Your Honor.
As I said to you, Mr. Hemseth, this is not an audition. Answer my question so that I can make an informed judgment. Do you understand?
Yeah, I would just like to make sure that I get a chance to say exactly why we had these.
I don't give a rat's behind of the whys of anything, only the objective data. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
Perfect. You claim that he has certain property that belongs to you. Mr. Hemseth says that the charges were made with your permission, and he has a counterclaim for a car that you repossessed that he made all the payments on. I'm going to start with his counterclaim, which should be easy. When she was in Germany, who had the car?
I did.
For a year.
For the time she was in Germany.
Which was how long?
She left in September. She arrived back and took the car from me in February.
Okay, so what you're going to show me, sir, is payments on the car from September to February. I'm waiting.
Yes.
What payments are you talking about, sir? To American Express?
No, I have for you 9 months of bank transactions.
I'm not looking through 9 months of bank transactions, sir. I want to see.
With highlighted.
Hey, you pay for a car either by direct deposit or by check. So I want to see either the checks or the payments made for those months.
That should be more helpful, Your Honor.
I have September for $2,000. Well, how much were the payments a month?
The payments were $326 a month.
What's your first name, sir?
Owen, Your Honor.
So you had a joint bank account?
She was added to the account. Yes.
You had a joint bank account?
Yes, we did.
Would you have him circle, please, the payments in September, October, November, December, and January?
Those statements are right here.
I said circle.
They are circled
the payments.
and they are labeled, Your Honor.
So then why didn't you give me that in the first place?
I did give you, I turned that in and it was returned to me. So I am giving it back to you.
Are you kidding me or what? How much were the monthly payments?
I believe they were $326.
Show me payments for $326. Circle the payments for $326 for September, October, November, December, and January. And if you don't have it, don't give me any other piece of paper.
I do. I have it circled right here.
No. I see $2,000. I see $2,500 circled. Would you tell me why those are circled?
Yes, those were other costs attributed.
I don't care about other costs. I asked you to show me the payments. September, October, November, December, and January. I don't want to see anything else circled other than the car payment, $326.
Now, on one...
Just a second. Say nothing. All I want to see circled is $326 5 times. And if you don't have it, say I don't have it.
I have an extra circle, so I just wanted to cross that out.
Extra circle I don't want to look at.
There you are, as requested, Your Honor.
That's better. Now you're going to tell me why you repossessed the car.
I came home from Germany in February, and whenever I was home, he had not returned my items out of the house when I told him I wanted to break up and I wanted to move my items out. He had charged all these credit card things. In February, the payment was late. He left 2 months of outstanding bills, all the credit card bills, a cell phone bill. I just helped him. So I was young and naive, and I helped him so much with my name and my credit. And he left me.
Okay, is that why you took it in retaliation?
I took it because he was making the payments late, and originally I helped him with the car. He got denied the car. He wanted to get this car. They said, nope, sorry, your credit isn't good enough.
$326 times 5 equals $1,630. That you're entitled to, sir.
How about
may
the
I
down
ask a
payment, Your
question?
Honor?
Shh. Just a second. The down payment came out of a joint account. I don't care.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Angela Bauer claims Owen Hemsath owes for credit card charges and for the return of her furniture and belongings.
Now, when 2 people decide to set up housekeeping and they're not married, there is no community property. I'm not going to go back to see where that money emanated from. You are entitled to $1,630, and you used the car for 5 months. Do you understand?
That's correct.
Good, perfect.
Now, I can make it really easy, though, to see where the $2,000
Don't make
came
my
from.
life easy. I don't need you to make my life easy. If you want to make my life easy and be successful, so far you're successful, $1,630 worth. You want to see that fly out the window?
No, Your Honor.
Then I would suggest you keep your mouth shut. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
May I say something?
No. Now, why do you give someone a credit card?
Because honestly, I have taken care of him for the 5 years, and he's irresponsible, and I loved him, and I was worried about him.
Then what do you want from me? Then what do you want from me?
I trusted him that he said if he had an emergency, he would use the credit card, but he was to pay it off right away. I have written 1,000,000 times per email that he said he would pay the credit cards. It's for his fun.
I would like to see the emails that he wrote to you to say I will pay the credit cards. How much was the engagement ring?
$5,500.
If he's irresponsible and had no money, you had no reason to buy yourself an engagement ring for $5,500. Go get a cigar band, if that's what he could afford. Do you understand?
Yeah,
That's
I
ridiculous.
understand.
That's your own ego.
Okay. They're on several pages, so I'm just flipping to one of the times that he said it. But I have it numerous times that he's going to pay the credit card bills.
I never saw an email like this.
They're chats, too.
Sir, did you say to the plaintiff, I will pay for everything on the credit card that is mine, minus the cost of the ring, which of course she's paying for. I will be happy to sign a commitment to pay off the entire amount within 6 months. The Honda is the Honda. I'm open to your suggestions. When you come to pick up everything, I'll be ready for you on February 23rd. Should you be unable to make it, you will be able to pick up your stuff anytime thereafter. Did you say that to her?
I have a hard time remembering writing that email, but if it's documented, I would have a hard time to refute that. I do know that I was trying to be reasonable. I wanted to make an arrangement, but it tended to be a zero-sum game where the plaintiff received everything and I received nothing. So I have a hard time remembering that email.
Can I see your credit card statement, please, for the months that he had it?
These are the things that are he had a secondary card linked to my account. This is a printout of only the purchases that he made. Most of them were for entertainment, gas, eating out, fun, an $800 kickboxing class.
How many Nextel accounts do you have?
Nextel accounts?
Yes, Sprint accounts.
I have one Sprint account.
He has several lines on that account, and I did pay $2,000 to shut that phone off, which was in my name.
You mean you have a phone and it has several lines on the phone?
I had the phone until she took the Civic. The phone was in the Civic, and she never returned the phone.
Okay, but you used it.
Right, and those were agreed-to purchases. She had every purchase.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She's not supporting you. She didn't agree to support you.
Your Honor.
She didn't agree to support you. There were $4,871 of outstanding bills. That's not including the ring.
Your Honor, that card.
I'm deducting from that the $1,630 that she owes you on your counterclaim. Okay.
Your Honor, I have statements that show that I paid payments on that credit card and to the plaintiff
That's
directly.
great. I'm glad you did because they were your expenses. Now, let's go back to the property. What property do you have, sir, that belongs to the plaintiff?
I don't have any property that belongs to the plaintiff.
What property do you claim that he has that belongs to you? And give me the broad strokes. I'm not interested in picking stuff.
Outside of all the little things, I mean, he has
I'm not
everything.
interested in any
I
of
would
those
like
things.
to request my couches back, which I bought at a time I wasn't even living with him. I was living with a roommate. I
Okay.
financed them. Excuse me.
He doesn't have your couches, according to him. He says you took them. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Don't say anything. I told you it's not an audition. Doesn't have your couches. What else?
2 computers that I financed through Dell.
Where are they?
She took them. I have one.
Shut. She took them is the answer. Oh, can't stand him. Listen, whatever you pay to get rid of him is perfect. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Whatever it costs you to get rid of him, worth every nickel. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,241. Listen to me.
Sure.
It's finished.
Sure.
It's finished. He's got to pay for what he owes, and I don't know why you keep him that engagement ring. I'd get rid of it. Yuck. Goodbye.
Why is that excuse? You may step out.
Should be happy when you got a car for 6 months for free. And you get to keep all my belongings. You should have a party tonight.
You look great.
Classy. As she put it, it's worth every penny getting rid of that guy.
I was in love. I mean, you saw her. She's a beautiful girl.
He was a downer in my life for 5 years.
I want to spend the rest of my life. I want to have kids with this girl.
Now I remember what it's like to be happy again.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Hutton versus Martin Webley. Step forward, please.
25-year-old Jesse Hutton is suing his ex-girlfriend, Samantha Martin, and her new boyfriend, Josh Webley, for vandalizing his personal property.
This is what I understand, Mr. Hutton. You and this young lady were in a relationship. You rented an apartment together. You both signed a lease on an apartment. She's got a couple of kids. Things didn't work out after a couple of months. But since both of you wanted to maintain terrific credit, you decided to live together anyway. After a little while, you found a new girlfriend that you sort of moved in. She found a new boyfriend. That would be this gentleman that she sort of moved in. Now the 4 of you were living there. Whole thing sounds very tragic to me. Mr. Webley acknowledges that he ruined your air mattress. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, ma'am.
But both deny that they did anything to your television set. So, air mattress you got. How much was the air mattress?
$48.
Now you can prove to me that they destroyed your TV.
Okay. Well, when I had found out that my TV was destroyed, which I was at an event that I was DJing at all day long with my friend, Anthony. And when we arrived back home after being gone all day, I had noticed that my TV it seemed a little off, and when I turned it on to play video games, I found these lines across the screen. And so then when I confronted her about it, she told me that I deserved it. And the next day when...
Oh, just a minute.
Yes.
Was that her word? You deserved it?
Yes.
Why did he deserve it?
I never said that.
Yeah, I believe him. What other valuable property did you have in the apartment, sir?
I didn't really have anything else of value in the house. My computer I brought with me because I was DJing that day.
Did you know what she meant when she said you deserved it?
I really couldn't think of anything. She did mention a few days before that I had drank her sodas and eaten her food and that I needed to pay her for that, and I did nothing of the sort.
Had you had a party there, Mr. Hutton, shortly before this damage to your TV?
No, not shortly before, probably about 2 weeks before.
Is that right?
No, it was about 4 days before.
Tell me about it.
We were sleeping. I had given him the bedroom so he could have his own privacy, and we were in the living room asleep. My kids were in their room asleep. And about 4 o'clock in the morning, we got a very disturbing knock on the front door. We jumped up and answered the door, and it was the police. They said we were having a party. We told them we were asleep. They said it was coming from the back room. When I went into his room, he had about 15 people in there. None of them looked of age. They were all drinking in his bedroom.
Where was the TV?
In his room.
Is that the TV that you're complaining about, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
And
just a second.
Sorry.
Enough. Now, why did you stab the air mattress?
Because, ma'am, the damage done to my military boots.
Oh, that's
and I was upset at the time of this
You
incident.
two people have a very bad temper. Okay. Did you damage his military boots?
No, I did not. He confronted me about it afterwards. He said that there was beer spilled on it.
And what about cigarette burns that he says were on his boots?
He never said anything about that to me.
But there was beer?
Yeah, there was beer.
When was the last time you wore the military boots, sir?
Week before the incident, ma'am. Because I was out on a routine flight that day.
Oh, well, you can't prove that he spilled it unless he acknowledged that he ruined the military boots, did he?
I did confront him. He did acknowledge it.
What did he say?
He just looked at me and laughed and walked away.
Oh, that's not acknowledging it. Silence is not acknowledging it. Now, Ms. Martin, you have a counterclaim that's probably one of the most ridiculous counterclaims that I've ever heard, because you punched a wall.
Right.
And you think that Mr. Hutton is responsible for the damage done to your hands and your medical bills and pain and suffering. You have 30 seconds to convince me.
The pain and suffering isn't from my hand. It's the stress that I had to go through
That's
from
your
his...
problem, stress. I have enough stress listening to these cases every day. If you're
I
not
understand
like the
that,
stress,
ma'am.
you move. If you don't like the stress, you move. You're not married to him.
We
Move.
were moving.
Move faster. If he put you and your family through stress, move.
He put my kids in danger with having minors drinking, ma'am.
Listen to me. It's not that I don't care. It's that you have no cause of action for your stress. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, get to your injury and get to it quickly so that I can dismiss it.
The night of the fight, the night of the party, the next day when I got off of work, I went to confront him about having minors drinking in the house while my children were there. He told me that he could have whatever party he wanted. He paid half the rent. And I told him, I don't care how many people you have here, just don't have minors drinking in the house. We were arguing. He was in my face yelling, and the only thing I could think to do was hit a door instead of hitting him.
So you hit the door?
To get him to stop yelling at me, yes.
You could just walk out. That's an option. Instead of injuring yourself by putting your hand through a door, you turn around and walk out. That's an option.
Yes, it is an option.
Good. That's why I don't get involved with it. Counterclaims dismissed. You owe him $48 for his air mattress. Thank you very much. That's all. Thank you.
Advisor, excuse me. Step up.
Jeffrey and Gina Robichon are suing their neighbors, Suzanne and Jeffrey Farley, for the cost to fix a dent in their truck.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 556 on the calendar in the matter of Robichon versus Farley.
Thank you.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have a seat.
All right, Ms. Robichon, you could sit down because you weren't there during this incident.
Yeah.
And Mr. and Mrs. Farley, similarly, I'm just going to have your son step up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If I need you, we'll come back. Mr. Robichon, you and the Farleys are neighbors. And young Mr. Farley, and you, I gather, friendly, and he'd done some work for you. Yard work, is that right? On November 12th of 2008, you were on your way to pick up your son from school, and according to your complaint, asked young Mr. Farley here whether he would like to take a ride with you.
Yes.
During the ride to school to pick up your son, is this your son?
Yes.
There was a road rage incident. You were driving your car. You're going to tell me what happened during that incident. Subsequently, it is your claim that Mr. Farley came to your house and punched your truck, causing damage. Mr. Farley acknowledges that he punched your truck, but he says that was only after you punched him in the face, giving him a swollen eye, which required medical treatment, and Mr. Farley's parents on his behalf are counterclaiming for that assault. That's what the case is about. So, Mr. Robichon, why don't you first tell me what happened on the way to pick up your son at school?
Okay, we were going down Clayton Road, and I went to get over a lane, and this gentleman had beeped his horn, so I got back into my lane, and he pulled up beside me. He reached...
You cut somebody off?
Yeah, I cut somebody off.
Well, that's what you say in your complaint, Mr. Robichon. I accidentally
cut somebody off.
I accidentally cut somebody off.
Exactly. And he got upset and was beeping the horn, and he pulled up beside me and reached in his glove box, in which he pulled out this taser gun, but at the time I thought it was a gun. So I had slammed on my brakes and let him go by, and the road veered to the right, so I veered to the right and he went straight. Then I proceeded to go to my son's school.
Take your hands out of your pockets.
And when we got there, this gentleman was there. He had jumped out of his car and had a taser gun in his hand.
Oh, just a minute. So you're waiting at school?
No, we just pulled up.
Where did you pull up?
We pulled up right in front of the school. It's a street right in front of the school. It's right.
Mr. Robichon, I'm a pretty savvy lady. I read your complaint very carefully. I'm going to ask you a question again.
Sure.
Did you pull up a block away from school near this car, or did you pull up in front of the school where there would have been a whole bunch of other cars?
Well, actually...
Well, I don't want to hear well, Mr. Robichon. I want to hear whether you pulled up a block away from school.
No, it's not really a block away from school.
How far away from school was it?
One street away from school.
That's a block away, sir.
Okay. That's fine, a block away.
You pulled up a block away, and you pulled up a block away seeing this other, look at me, seeing this other car that you had just cut off, parked there.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Mr. Farley.
Yes, ma'am.
When you pulled up at that street, did you see the other car?
No, ma'am.
Did Mr. Robichon say anything about the other car?
Not that I remember, but he did say, here's the guy walking towards us.
Now, what happened when you saw this man walking towards you?
I pulled over, and then I started to go, and he jumped out of the car, out of the truck.
Say this very slowly. Man is walking towards you.
Yeah, so we had pulled over to the curb, just about to the curb.
Why?
Because everybody was stopping to pick up their children.
You pulled up to the curb when you saw the man coming towards you or before?
Before.
So now you're at the curb and this man is coming towards you. Does he have anything in his hand?
Yes, he has a
Did the man have anything in his hand?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did he have?
A taser?
Did you jump out of the car? Is not an answer.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
You got out of the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
See what the guy wanted. I was talking to him. I didn't run up or nothing arguing with him. I said, what's going on? Because I saw him walking towards the truck.
Did he respond to you?
He goes, what the guys doing that what you did? I said, sorry, sir. We're late. Pick up his son. He started getting mad, and then Mr. Robichaud got out of the truck too. Then all of us started arguing, and he grabbed a big board from the back of his truck.
Who did?
Mr. Robichaud.
Now, when they were arguing, what were they saying?
What the just cussing each other out, trying to figure out, just arguing pretty much over some stupid stuff that happened with the road rage incident.
Were you late picking up the boy from school?
We were late leaving, but by the time we got there, we were early.
You were late leaving, so that you were trying to make up time on the road.
Yes.
And that's when you cut off this guy. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. So far, you tell the truth, and I won't annihilate you. Do you understand? Okay. Did this gentleman ever pick up this taser and point it in your direction?
Yes.
When?
When I was outside the truck, when he was walking towards me.
Is that when Mr. Robichaud got out of the truck and got the 2x4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then what happened?
I just told him to put the taser gun away, and he picked up his phone and said he was calling the police. So when he did that, I got back in the truck and I asked Josh to get back in the truck, and he wouldn't listen. And then I told him I was going to leave, and he still wouldn't get in, so I left and went up to the school to get my son, and just waited until he came out and then got my son.
Who called the police?
I guess it was the people down there at the corner where we were at when they were jumping around out there.
When who was jumping around?
The defendant here, Josh.
What about you jumping around with the 2x4?
I just got out with the 2x4 and just told him that he better put the taser away, and then I got right back in the truck. Wasn't jumping around out there making it, Well, I mean, I just did it for him, actually, because I didn't want him to get tased or what, I wouldn't have got out to begin with. It wouldn't have had any of this problem,
But then you left him there.
Exactly.
With the guy.
I didn't want to.
Just a second. You left him there with the guy.
Yeah, I know, but I made sure that he put the taser away.
Where did he put it?
I don't know. He put it in his pocket.
All right.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Henry Robichaud says his neighbor's son, 17-year-old Joshua Farley, punched his truck. Joshua and his parents are countersuing for an assault.
So now the incident is over, and you're back home. You called young Mr. Farley. Why?
Because I was mad that he didn't get back in the truck when I asked him to, so we wouldn't have all this hassle, because he was making a scene in front of my son's school, and I know the parents there and everything. I didn't want to make a big scene earlier, and that all happened.
Why did you not get back into the truck?
I was already on the phone with 911 too, because as soon as he called, I called too, because I felt that was the right thing to do.
Who called? The other man?
The other man, yes, Your Honor.
Did Mr. Robichaud see you call the police?
No, ma'am.
Did Mr. Robichaud see the other man call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
He did?
Yes.
And then he left?
Yes.
So you stayed because you had called 911?
Yes.
Did you tell that to Mr. Robichaud when you came over to his house?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he say?
For what? Why'd you call 911?
And what did you say?
Because I felt that was the right thing to do. After getting the weapons drawn on and everything, I felt that was the right thing to do, so I wouldn't get in trouble. So the cops knew what really went on. They heard my side of the story.
Okay. And what did Mr. Robichaud say to you?
He goes, that was stupid. I mean, you should have just got in the truck when I told you to get in the truck and left.
And then what happened, Mr. Farley?
I said, no, I'm not like that. I was raised to, if something happens, call the police and do it.
Is that what you told him, or is that what you're telling me?
That's what I told him.
Go ahead.
And then we started arguing. I said, forget about it, I'm leaving. I walked out his front door and slammed the front door behind me.
So this is in his house?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And then he came outside screaming at me, why'd you slam my door? I was like, what the heck? I was trying to get away from the situation. And then we started arguing. I walked towards his front porch, and then we started...
What did you walk back towards his front porch for?
To ask him for the money he owes me and the dirt bike he promised me for the work I did. And he said no, and he punched me. So I turned around and yelled for my father and my mother to come down, and he started walking toward me, so I got off and I hit his truck.
I didn't ask you anything. You have a medical record?
No, ma'am, I did not get enough time.
What do you mean you didn't have the time?
By the time I figured out the date and everything, they wanted 30 days in order to get the paperwork to me.
You have a picture of your eye?
No, the Kaiser Permanente Hospital has all the pictures. They're the one that took the pictures of me.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Farley, can you describe what you saw when your son came home that day from Mr. Robichaud's house?
I met my son at Mr. Robichaud's house. His hand was bleeding, his eye was swollen.
His hand was bleeding?
His hand was bleeding.
His hand was bleeding from punching Mr. Robichaud's truck?
From him punching the truck, yes, ma'am. and his eye was swollen, and they were still yelling at each other, so I got between them.
And
asked them to stop. My husband was on the phone with the police, that the police would take care of it when they got there.
All right, Mr. Robichaud, now tell me your version of the events after you called him to come over.
That's right. Yeah, he came over and came in, and I just asked him why he didn't just get in the vehicle so we wouldn't have a big scene there and make a big scene in my son's school.
Have the police contacted you yet?
No, they left a card on my door.
Well, that's a contact, sir.
Yeah.
They didn't speak to you, but the police
Right.
had left a
card on the door. So when I came home...
So you had to call the police?
Yeah.
Now, after you got the card from the police is when you called Mr. Farley.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Right.
And told him to come over because now they were making a big deal out of this road rage incident.
Exactly.
Right? And you didn't want to have any part of it.
Right.
Right. So you called him to come over. And what did you say to him? You said, why didn't you get back in the car? And he said, because I had already called the police. Go ahead.
And then he goes, don't yell at me. I said, I'm not yelling at you. And then he asked me...
Well, you were yelling at him.
Not really yelling.
Not really is not yelling at him. You were yelling at him. Right now, you were involved in a road rage incident.
Well, I guess so.
And felt that because he stayed there to speak to the police and make this whole thing not go away, you were going to have interaction with the police, which is something that you clearly didn't want to have, which is why you left in the first place, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Of course it's true. That's common sense. So you were yelling at him.
Well, maybe I was upset. Yeah, sure, maybe a little bit.
You were. And then what happened?
He went out the door, slammed the door, and I went right out after him and told him, I said, why'd you slam my door? I mean, act like an idiot.
How did his eye get swollen and bleeding?
Because he swung at me. And, well, he swung at me and I blocked his punch, and he hit himself in the face.
He hit himself?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was...
He hit himself?
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. It bounced, his hand bounced off my hand. And...
Take your hands out of your pockets. How old are you? Uncross your hands. How old are you?
41.
He's 17. Your responsibility as the adult when you invite a minor into your car is to behave in an appropriate way.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't, sir. First of all, you left late to pick your son up from school.
I didn't leave late to pick up my son for school.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Oh, I think you did. I think
you
did.
It's baloney. You're not even listening to my story.
I listened to your whole story. Your story doesn't make sense.
Excuse me, maybe I was a little nervous and didn't say it right, but I know for a fact I wasn't late, and
Mr. Robichaud, you cut off a car
by accident.
You cut off a car by accident.
Yeah, by an accident.
With a minor in the car, there's no question in my mind that you were speeding. With a minor in the car, you took out a 2x4, which is a dangerous weapon, from your car.
Well, the guy had a taser gun. What does he want me to just let him tase him?
Do you have a cell phone, Mr. Robichaud? My question to you is a simple one.
Yes, I do, but I didn't have it with me.
That requires a yes or a no. I don't believe it.
You don't?
No, I don't believe you didn't have your cell phone with you. Put your hand down.
His phone was
Put
not
your
turned
hand
on.
down. And there were lots of other cars there. So if you don't have your phone, you don't run out with a 2x4, you run up to a car and you say, please, I don't have my cell phone. Could you please call 911? What you did... Hey, Mr. Robichaud, you didn't act like a responsible adult that day.
Yes, I did.
Well, you think you did. I say you didn't. I win, you lose. Your case is dismissed, and I'm awarding him $500 on the counterclaim. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, there's no excuse. You may step out.
Why am I upset? Because I'm right.
I mean, I think it was very fair.
No, I have no comment.
He did what he did, and that's what he gets.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Cardenas versus Aguilera, step forward, please.
20-year-old Jorge George Cardenas is suing the mother of his child, 22-year-old Jennifer Aguilera, for the return of his electronic equipment and bedroom furniture.
Mr. Cardenas, according to your complaint, you and the defendant were in a relationship as young teenagers. You made a baby, and then you moved in with the defendant's parents, where you lived for how many years?
Beginning of 2005, so about 3 years, three plus years.
3 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And then things didn't work out, and you moved out when, sir?
August of 2008.
And it is your claim that Miss Aguilera won't give you back things that you purchased while you were in the house.
Correct.
Like what things?
There's a digital camera, a video recorder, a 46-inch plasma TV, a Dell computer, and bedroom furniture.
Okay. Now, Miss Aguilera says that all these things were purchased from a joint account and paid for from a joint account. So she said, this isn't your property, it's our property because it was paid for from a joint account. Miss Aguilera says that when you left, you cleaned out that joint checking account and took several $1,000s.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And?
Yeah, which I've given all back and more.
Just a second, Mr. Cardenas, when did you give it back?
Throughout the past 8-7 months.
Show
to
me.
help you out. Right here.
No. I'm not talking about payments that you made for child support.
No, child support comes straight out of my check. This is straight out of my bank account.
Shh.
This is straight out of my bank account to her account. It says to Jennifer Aguilera. I highlighted them all in orange right for you.
Just a second. All right, listen. Two people decide to play house. We don't have courts for people playing house. I tell you that right now. And I tell you, I'm not going through your bank account to see who put in what to what, because as far as I'm concerned, you're not married. There are no courts for people who aren't married. You decide to set up housekeeping, and there are no rules. You worry about it afterwards, not me. You're not going to waste court time with this nonsense, and I have no intention of going through a 3-year relationship to see who put what money into what account. Do you understand? You get it? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Perfect.
Your
Now, the
Honor,
next thing
all I'm asking
I'm
is
speaking...
for her half. I'm sorry.
Just a second. Listen to me carefully. You are paying for a credit card that's in your name.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, in our name, yes.
No, just a minute. Who's paying for the furniture?
I am. For the
Who's
past
paying
8
for
months.
the furniture? Is not an answer.
Do you have a job?
No. Just
She doesn't have a
listen.
job.
Don't speak. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am, I do not.
You don't have a job?
No.
So you're not paying for the furniture?
Right.
Right? He's coming to get the furniture. He's coming to get all those things in 5 days, Ms. Aguilera. Do you understand?
So we're supposed to sleep on the floor, me and
I don't
my
care.
daughter?
No, get a job. You want furniture, get a job. But he's not going to pay for furniture for you. You're not his wife. The only thing he's responsible to pay for is his child. And he says that child support is coming right out of his check. Is the child support coming right out of his check?
I assume so. I'm getting it. I don't know where it's coming from.
No, it's coming from the child support genie. It's coming out of his check. And he's coming within 5 days to pick up all of his stuff, his furniture, his camcorder. What else?
The TV,
I don't have
a
any
computer.
of that camcorder or whatever he's talking about. I have the bed, the TV.
Fine.
And the computer?
The TV was paid off with my financial aid from school.
Do you go to school?
Yes, ma'am.
How many classes do you take in a week?
Right now I'm taking 2. Last 2 classes I need to get into the nursing program at my school.
How many years do you have total?
You want to ask her questions? Go outside.
Yes, ma'am. And the computer?
Do you have the computer?
No, it's broken. He can take it,
Just
whatever.
fine.
It's broken.
Computer's broken?
You can have it.
Computer's broken? I'd like the value of it.
Mr. Cardenas, it's yours. Go there within 5 days and get your property. There's no reason for you to pay for this stuff if you don't have it. But you obligated yourself to pay for it. Put it on a credit card. If you're still paying on the credit card, you're entitled to the property.
Your Honor,
and
what
you're
if-
going to go and get it. Do you understand? 5 days, I'll prepare
Your
the
Honor.
order. That's all. Your counterclaim's dismissed, madam.
John and Kristen Howie are suing the mother of John's child, Leela Revels, for an unpaid cable bill and for the value of their belongings.
Order. All rise. Yeah, it's case number 559 on the calendar in the matter of Howie versus Rebels. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Mr. Howie, how long have you and your wife been married?
4 years, going on 5 years.
And you have one child?
Yes, ma'am.
How old?
Our child is 4 months old.
Defendant is your former girlfriend. You have a child with her who is now 12 years old. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
You and your wife get along?
Yes, very much.
You may have to tell her to butt out of your business. That's going to be a hard thing for you to do.
Yes, ma'am.
But I read your complaint, and that's eventually what you're going to have to tell her to do. Butt out. Because this is your complaint, which I have a sense that would not have been brought were it not for your wife. You were moving from one location to another.
Yes, ma'am.
The defendant moved into your old place. Is that right?
That's correct.
And there was some furniture there. According to your wife, because she wrote the complaint, you loaned her the furniture, said you could use it. And then you left and you moved to your new location, where you still reside.
Yes, ma'am.
And you also left the cable on in your name.
That's correct. In Kristen's name, my wife.
And she said she would take care of switching it over. You eventually did switch it over. And there was a cable bill for a couple of months. How many months?
It's 2 months.
Which is how much?
$367.57 from the collections.
Right. From collections.
From the collections now, because now it's
Okay.
in collections.
Some of that was her bill.
Don't speak! And you want the furniture back. Now, there's some convoluted story that you went there and didn't take the furniture back, left it there, and now she hasn't returned it to you and you've asked for it.
Yes.
But this whole thing came about because probably your wife had a baby. There was a lot of money going out. You haven't paid child support in a while. They're taking your tax return.
Yes, ma'am.
So your wife said, now you're going to sue her for the furniture. That be a fair statement, Mr.
It's,
Howie?
it's pretty close.
It's pretty close. You don't have to be a genius to figure that out, sir. That's why you have to tell your wife to back off. This 12-year-old child has nothing to do with her.
Exactly.
Nothing to do with her. And anything that's done since I assume that for 12 years or 11 years, before you got involved with her, before you made another baby with her, everything was okay with Miss Revels and your child. Absolutely. You enjoyed a reasonable relationship. You even asked her to move in. There was no animus for a very long time.
No, I'm not saying that. This has nothing to do with my 12-year-old daughter, though. This has to do
It has everything to do with your 12-year-old daughter, sir. You go to court when you haven't paid child support because you have a new baby.
Well, I will pay mine.
And you have new responsibility. Before you had a new baby, a new responsibility, and a new wife, you paid your child support when you were supposed to. You did what you were supposed to. You lived close to your child. Yep. You know, I could write this book even though it's not in here, Mr. Howie.
Oh, listen.
I've been in family court for a very long time, sir. That's what happened. You had a wonderful relationship with your child. You had a decent relationship with the defendant. You paid your child support when you were supposed to. You decided to have a new life. You married this lady. You and your wife decided to have a new child. And then all of a sudden, new wife says, money's going out. That's not fair.
Your Honor, I mean, with all due respect, she owes the money.
The cable bill's
That
in
has
my
nothing
name.
to do with
Listen
it.
to me. I'm not talking about the cable bill. I'm talking about the furniture. The cable bill she knows she owes, right?
Yes, you're right.
So she doesn't owe me for the furniture because I owe her child
Mr.
support?
Howie.
I mean, she can't
Mr.
have
Howie,
both, right?
I don't think she agreed to buy the furniture.
You're right, she didn't, but where's it at? She
Just
never
a
gave
second.
it to us.
I don't think she agreed to buy the furniture. If you say, I sold her the furniture for $500 and she didn't pay it, that's a different story. That's not what you say here. And what I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Howie, is you're going to have to tell your wife to back off, that it's none of her business.
Well, the furniture was my doing. That's me. It's my furniture.
You can't have it back.
Well, shouldn't I
You
be
can't have
compensated?
it
I don't
back.
want it back. I just want to be compensated
You're
for it.
not going to get compensated for it. You're not going to get money from her for it, especially if you tell me I don't want it back. Say, I don't
It's
want
gone.
it back.
We tried to get it back. It's gone.
Your Honor, they have not.
Just a second. Especially if you tell me I don't want it back. I want to be compensated for it. When was the last
Well,
time?
I'll take it back if you give it back to me. But
We've tried to get it back 2
This
times.
has nothing to do with you. The cable bill was in your name. You're going to get paid. Other than that, it has nothing to do with you. This 12-year-old has nothing to do with you.
I'm not following the relevance of my daughter in this.
That's because you're a moron.
Okay.
That's because you're a moron. If you're standing on one side of a council table and the mother of your child is standing on the other side of a council table, that's not good for your child. Exactly. You don't get that. And if you don't get that, you're a moron.
Okay.
Now you get it.
Sure.
And if you didn't pay child support because according to your wife, let me read you what she wrote. Due to our financial stresses, John got behind in his child support payments, and the government is now keeping our tax refund that we would have received in April of '09. That's what they're supposed to do.
Right.
They're supposed to keep your refund if you get behind. Why did you get behind, Mr. Howie?
Because she had been taken off of work because of her pregnancy.
That's not her problem.
I agree.
Just a
It's not
second.
her problem.
That's not her problem. That's not your 12-year-old daughter's problem.
You're right.
That you made a new baby. If you can't afford to have 2 children, only have 1. And if you can't afford to have 1, you don't have 14. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
It's very nice to want to have another baby. You don't have another baby unless you can afford it. And one of the things that happens when you have a baby, the mother sometimes has to take time off from work. She doesn't feel well. Sometimes she takes maternity leave. You don't have 2 incomes anymore. And all of a sudden, you have to make choices. And the choice that you made was not to send your 12-year-old daughter child support. That's unacceptable, sir. And because you got PO'd, because they advised you that your tax return was being paid, you're not getting your furniture back. Your wife is getting her cable bill paid. Because that, you owe her.
So she gets to keep all my stuff and get her child support? I mean, can't we have an equilibrium here?
Yeah, you just had an equilibrium. I made you an equilibrium. If you don't understand it, that's your problem. Put your hand down.
She gets the world and I get
Put your hand down.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. John and Kristen Howie claim the mother of John's child, Leela Revels, owes for a cable bill and for the value of missing belongings.
Mr. Howie, how much do you pay in child support?
$266.
$266 a week?
A month.
A month. Let's figure that out.
Which we never get.
Get him out of here, please. He's useless. Okay, Mr. Howie, let me tell you what your super generous child support to your daughter generates. $8 a day. I don't feed my 2 dogs on $8 a day. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
You get it? You don't pay child support for this child. You pay a token of what it costs to raise a 12-year-old. You can't buy a pair of sneakers and a pair of jeans and an outfit to go to school. You can't feed a child for $8 a day. So your $8 a day is a token. What it says is, I know I'm your father, and I know I can't support you adequately, but I have to do something, so here's my $8 a day. Do you get it, sir?
I understand what you're saying.
And you don't even pay that. You have some gall standing there. You really do. You have some gall standing there. And I'm telling you, there's going to have to come a time when you're going to have to find yours and tell her to stay out of your business. Do you understand, Mr. Howard?
Yes, ma'am.
Go looking for them. We understand each other? You get your $367 for a cable bill. Period. End of discussion. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She painted a pretty ugly picture, you know, the judge did, but I mean, it's her ruling, so we got to go with it.
Maybe he'll start paying some child support.
I understand I owe her a lot in child support, and I do plan on paying that back.
We tried to get the furniture back a lot of times, but it was never there for us to get it.
It's all there. We're still sitting on the couch to this day.
They lied and said we didn't even try to get it.
I didn't even know that was a problem until not too long ago.
It's all said and done, so let's just, you know, have a short memory of this incident and forget about it.
I would hope, you know, we all could get along, and I hope this doesn't, you know, affect anything.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Byers versus Byers, step forward.
James Byers is suing his son, Gabriel Byers, for the return of money he gave him for safekeeping.
Mr. Byers, this is your son. According to your complaint, several years ago, you left some money in an account for him that he was just sort of keep in case of emergencies. It's your claim that that was $5,000. You want your money back. Your son's defense to that is you told him that he could replenish that account whenever he had extra money, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have a few questions for you because I found some things interesting in your complaint and some things interesting in your answer. First, Mr. Byers, show me where you got the money from to put in an account in your son's name.
From working.
No, show me the account. Where you got the money from, transfer, whatever.
There you have the cashier's check and a copy of the canceled cashier's check.
And that was in November of 2005.
Right.
And did you have any formal agreement with your son in writing with regard to this money?
No, I didn't.
Now, I've read in your son's answer that you and his mother were divorced.
Yes, we are.
And there were 2 children.
There are 3.
3 children. And there was a period of time when you were in substantial noncompliance with a child support order. Is that correct?
That's true.
And that arrears had accrued for at least 2 of your children. A daughter. Is that correct?
That is not correct.
A son.
Just a son.
I'm quoting your son's answer. He was trying to get a job at the time, and I told my mother that he had changed, and now that I was grown, to let it go. She signed off on approximately $60,000 that he owed her. My mother called me very upset over his second attempt to get his back child support cleared again, and I had had it. So is that for the same child, sir?
I really
not an
don't know.
answer.
I really don't know what he's saying there. I have no
I'm
idea.
asking you questions, sir. In what year did you have your former wife sign off and say she no longer wanted to collect $60,000 from you in back child support? In what year was that?
I have no idea.
What year, sir?
Sorry, I don't remember exactly.
Well, figure it out as closely as you can. Otherwise, I'll call your mother.
It was 2004, maybe.
So it was about the same time that your father gave you a check for $5,000. Is that correct?
That check came some years later.
No. That check came in 2005.
Okay, then the child support thing happened maybe a couple years before that then.
Who was the child support for?
The child support that was signed off on was for myself and my brother.
How old is your brother?
He is 40.
And when were they coming after your father for this back child support? Or was your mother coming after him for the
I guess
back
my mother
child?
was coming after him about it.
And she signed off on it?
After I talked to her about it, yes.
Right. And then you got a check for $5,000 from your father?
Yes, I did.
Why do you think that your former wife signed off on $60,000 worth of back child support?
Your Honor, I have no knowledge of her signing off on anything.
Was she pursuing child support from you, sir? Did she have a case, or was she proceeding with a case to try to recoup the child support that you owed her?
I simply don't know. I
Well,
have
your
no
son
idea.
knows, and she would know. She's a simple phone call.
She didn't sign off, as far as I know, on any $60,000 worth of child support.
Child support in any amount.
Not that I know of. She
Well,
told me that
explain-
she had. She told me she had signed off, let's say in '98 or something like that.
Wasn't
and then
98.
I began to get notices of child support. I go to her and I ask her, I said, "What is this?" She told me you had signed off. She said, "Well, give me the notices and I'll take care of it," and then didn't. So I don't know of anything about any sign off, period.
All right. Now you're going to tell me the story so that I can believe it about why you gave your son a certified check for $5,000.
I simply gave it to him for safekeeping.
I want you to explain to me why a certified check, sir.
Well, so I could have a paper trail.
You have a paper trail if you have a regular check. You have a canceled check. You have the same check that you do if you have an official check, sir.
Well, I felt a certified check was the thing to do.
When was the last time you gave your son a substantial amount of money?
Well, I've given him money, and he's run into rough spots before, and I've given him money before.
Only fair. You didn't support him as you were supposed to when he was growing up, so you made up for it now. Only reasonable.
I'm trying to understand what money before had
Just
he
a
given
second, what
me?
doesn't make any difference? Does anything that I say sound as if it's hurting you, sir? Does anything that I'm saying
No.
in this case sound as if I'm hurting you?
No, ma'am.
So what I'm saying to you, Mr. Byer, is the money that you didn't pay for his support when he was growing up, if you threw him an extra couple of dollars or an extra couple of $1,000s when he was in need as an adult, so what? It was money that you owed anyway.
I owe his mother money, not him.
You don't owe his mother money anymore.
I owe his mother money.
When was
and
the
not
last
him.
time you gave his mother money?
There is an order in place.
That's not my question. When was the last time you gave his mother money?
I can't remember.
Well, was it in this decade? Was it in this millennium?
The only thing I can tell you is that I'm paying child support, and I am current, and I have been current for 10 years.
You can't be current. He's 37.
I'm current in the arrears that was set up.
When your son has the money to give you back that you left in his care, he'll pay you back. Can you give him back any money now?
No, ma'am.
I left the money with him simply for him to, as a keepsake for me.
As a keepsake.
And actually,
as a
he would
keepsake.
run
Mr.
into...
Byer, I never heard such a ridiculous story in my life. And if you and your son have an agreement, and your son says that you have an agreement, I don't know why he said it. I'm not exactly sure, because I think if my common sense dictates to me, there was sort of a quid pro quo that your son got his mother to sign off on this child support, and in exchange he got the $5,000. That sounds logical to me. What does not sound logical to me is an adult parent saying to a child, I'm giving you $5,000, as you just said to me, as a keepsake for me, and I'll come to you when I need it or when I want it. That suggests that you can't take care of your own money, or that the state was coming after you for money, and the reason you put it in a cashier's check was that there was no paper trail. No paper trail, not a paper trail, no paper trail. So you had accumulated some cash, you wrote out a cashier's check, and you gave it to him to put away. Either way, I'm not helping you, Mr. Byer. Goodbye, that's all.
Parties excused.
of Dabari is suing his former live-in girlfriend, Michelle Gagliano, for an assault, hotel fees, and for filing false charges against him.
All rise. Yeah, this is case number 578 on the calendar in the matter of Dabari versus Gagliano.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Mr. Dabari, you and the defendant were in a relationship and you lived together
Yes, Your
until
Honor.
sometime in May of last year.
Yes, Your Honor.
According to your complaint, you believe that Ms. Gagliano is responsible for several things. First, for an assault that you allege she perpetrated on you on that day. Second, you claim that she filed a false application for a restraining order against you, which caused you to incur some fees. You want her to be responsible, in addition, for a hotel that you had to pay for when she filed these false charges and you were forced to leave the home.
Yes.
The defendant says that you actually did, in fact, assault her. She says that in addition, she had to, since she was arrested, she had to stay in an apartment for a couple of weeks while you were living in her home. And in addition, when she finally was allowed back into the home, she found that the place was a mess and that you allegedly took some property that didn't belong to you. When did this incident occur?
May 24th, 2000.
And how long have the two of you been living together
Just
at that
over
time?
2 years.
So why don't you start by telling me what happened on the 24th of May?
Well, on May 24th, I had picked her up from the airport because she had been at her family's because her father had passed away. And, you know, we came into the apartment and I went into the bedroom when I got on the computer because I was looking for a rental car. And she right away started getting irate with me and yelling at me.
Why was she yelling at you?
We had conversations to the fact that we weren't getting along, that there was some issues.
Before she went away or when she was...
While she was away, I had brought it to her attention that I felt like I was just a roommate. You know, I'm paying bills and I'm living there, but there's nothing else. So we discussed that when she got back, we would talk.
As soon as she got back, she didn't say nothing on the car ride back from the airport. She got into the apartment and she flipped out.
Well, tell me how she flipped out, sir. What
She
did she
started throwing stuff, my golf clubs across the room. She wiped off everything off the desk and the dresser.
Well, what was it that precipitated that? Something usually happens before.
Nothing. She was just, I couldn't understand. This is a shock to me because she was never like this. So she continued to get irate and she's like, I want you out of here.
Were you not sympathetic to her?
I was.
Okay.
And I said, you want me out of here? Call the cops. She refused to call the cops. So she got in my face, clenched her fists, and turned red, and she was gritting her teeth, and she's like, pushing towards me like she wanted me to hit her. And I just backed away. I said, you need to get out of here. You need to go sit down and go do something because I don't need to deal with this. She's like, I want you out. I said, here, call 911. I typed 911 in my cell phone, and I went to hand it to her. She wouldn't take it. She finally walked out of the room. I sat down at the desk. I was on the computer chair. And a couple minutes later, she came back in and she lunged at me on the chair and started digging into my face. So I had 911 programmed in the phone, so all I did was hit send, and I got the dispatcher. And I told them, she's attacking me, you need to send somebody here now. And she got up and she was hysterical and she went out in the other room. The dispatcher told me, lock the door, stay away from her, and stay on the phone with him, which I did. Police officers arrived, and that's when they started investigating.
Do you have the police report?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it, please.
There you go. There's also pictures on there, too.
All right. Why don't you tell me your version of the events, please?
My version is that I was with my mom because my dad had passed away, and I was there for a month from April 9th to May 24th. During this time, I received a phone bill, and I noticed he was calling this, making outgoing and receiving ingoing calls from this same number. And I questioned him about it, and he says he had fallen in love with this other person, and I didn't want him to be with me if he was in love with someone else or having relations with other people.
When did he tell you that?
I don't know the exact date.
Well, is it when you were away? Or
it was when I was at my mom's house. It was at my mom's house, and we had conversations for him to leave because we were both unhappy in the relationship. Because it was pretty much...
So far, does that ring a bell?
I never said that I was in love with this, but that is true that there were some calls, but it was never discussed like that.
Well, how was it discussed?
Like I had told you previously, I was unhappy and I felt like we were roommates, and she agreed that it was like we're roommates.
Oh, so you became involved with somebody else?
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
Well,
it was a friend of mine that she accused me of cheating on her with.
You know, there's all kinds of cheating.
Right.
Sir, there's emotional cheating, there's physical cheating. You were having conversations with another woman, correct?
Yes, a friend.
Okay, go ahead. So you got back from...
I got back from Myrtle Beach, and I was unpacking my suitcase, and I had asked him to leave the apartment twice because I was really upset, and he was cursing at me, calling me bad things. And
no, that didn't start. That doesn't make sense. He picked you up from the airport.
We were talking. He said we didn't talk on the way home. We were talking on the way home.
He picked you up from the airport. He didn't say take a cab home, take a car service home. He picked you up from the airport.
With my car.
I don't care whether he picked you up with your car or not. He picked you up at the airport, correct?
Right.
And there was no scene at the airport.
In the car there was.
I said there was no scene in the airport. And when you got home, he just started to curse you? Is that what you're telling me? That doesn't make sense. Makes sense that you were angry with him because of what you saw on the phone bill, but it doesn't make sense that he would start cursing at you.
Well, because I told him I didn't love him. We had discussed that we wanted to separate, and I had asked him to leave, and he said no, and he became very violent.
Well, tell me what he did.
I went over to the desk to get...
Make sure it's consistent with this police report.
I went over to the desk because I saw my car keys on there, and I didn't want him leaving with my car. I should have just let him leave with my car and reported the car.
Don't tell me what you should have done. Just tell me what you did.
So I went over to the desk to just grab my car keys, and he grabbed me by the neck and was holding me by the neck. And then once he had me by the neck, I tried to get him to release me, so I scratched him on the face.
Police officers said, I observed Michelle's neck and did not see any marks or any form of injury. At the headquarters, Michelle stated that Joseph slammed the door in her face and injured her back when he jumped on her. Michelle made no claim of these actions when Sergeant and I were at her residence, and there were no injuries or marks consistent with her statement. He advised that while she was in the holding cell, Michelle did not confide any information that she was in fear of Joseph. Michelle was charged with simple...
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Joseph DeBari says his ex-girlfriend Michelle Gagliano owes for an assault, hotel fees, and for filing false charges. Michelle is countersuing for an assault, hotel fees, and damaged property.
Okay, you filed for a protective order on that day.
I was advised by...
And granted a protective order. Okay, then you went back to the apartment.
Yes.
How long did you stay in the apartment?
It was 3 days.
When did you find out that the lease was in her name?
When I was removed from the apartment, and I went to the office to ask them for a copy of the lease. Because all along, I was under the assumption, because we filled out papers together when we got the apartment, I was supposed to be on the lease.
Did you ever sign a lease?
I signed a document stating that I was going to be a Registered occupant.
Were you a registered occupant on the lease?
As far as I was concerned, yes.
Can I see the lease, please?
He wasn't, and the reason for that was because of his criminal background. And that's why I had to move from my original apartment where I lived, because they wouldn't let him live there because of his criminal background for fraud and embezzlement or whatever.
That's your choice. If it's true, and I don't know if it's true or not, that was your choice, right?
To live with him?
Yeah.
I know, but
that was your choice.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you didn't find out anything new about his criminal background after you moved from one apartment to another. You chose to live with him, right?
Yeah.
So you were there 3 days. And then what happened, sir?
I got a knock on the door, 2 police officers telling me I had to leave. They came in and they said, if you don't leave, we're going to arrest you. And this was at 5 o'clock. So I was like, this is wrong. I'm supposed to be here. You know, the court said I should be here. Well, you have to deal with them. It's after hours. You have to leave. So I left. I had a friend of mine pick me up and take me to a hotel. So I had contacted the courts and also the district attorney. And he stated to me, why are you out of the apartment? You have every right to be there.
Don't tell me what he stated to you, sir. That's hearsay.
To go back. So I went back after 4 days.
Okay, and?
And then our court proceedings continued. It was a 2-week adjournment. And after that, I decided to get my stuff.
And leave.
And leave. And just
well,
bring
that's
the
a
keys
very
to
good
court.
idea.
I didn't want no trouble.
That's a very good idea. I believe his version of the events, and I do not believe yours.
Sorry?
I believe that you assaulted him, that there was a terrible altercation, and that you filed a restraining order subsequently. Unless you have medical records. You have medical records?
I went to the emergency room.
Just a second. I want to see the medical records. I want to see what the physical manifestation was of this alleged assault.
And there's pictures, too?
I'm not looking at any pictures. The police officer memorialized exactly what they saw when they came to the premises. So you went to the emergency room the next day?
Yes.
Not that day. You went the next day. And then you went 3 days later.
Because I tried
Don't tell me what they said. I'm just asking you for objective data. You went the next day to the emergency room. And then you went 3 days after that. I'm just reading the records.
It was a holiday weekend.
Don't tell me what it was.
And I tried to do it that day, but they told me I couldn't.
Don't tell me what they told you, madam. That's hearsay. You can always go to the emergency room.
I mean, for me to, I tried to file a...
You can always go to the emergency room.
No, I know that. I'm not...
I just made a simple statement. The simple statement was you went to the emergency room the next day.
Yes.
Who took the photographs that you want to show me?
I did. I took them in the hotel room because I had to stay at a hotel for 11 days, and I took them before I went to the emergency room.
On what date?
On the 25th of May.
I want to look at them. It's nonsense. Okay. You were asked to leave because of what?
That she filed a complaint against me.
When did you file a complaint against him?
It was when the courts reopened on Tuesday or Wednesday.
I'd like to see the complaint. You give so many different versions of this event to the police, to the doctors in the hospital, in your application for a protective order, and to me. In one narrative of the event, you say he slammed a door in your face and pushed you down. You told me he grabbed you by the throat, and that's what caused you to scratch him. Here you say that you went to grab a set of keys off the desk, he grabbed you by the neck and threw you down, and was holding you down by the neck.
He was.
Well, that's not what you told the doctors in the hospital.
I told them the same thing.
Do you want me to read what you told them?
I read it, and she wrote down.
She wrote it down differently.
She did.
Yeah. I believe that she filed this in retaliation, so you're filing the protective order. What expenses did you have with regard to defending the protective order?
I had $300 in a hotel for 4 days.
Let me see the bill.
This is my bank statement. There's 2 days on there, and 2 days I pay cash. I understand.
How much were the 2 days that are down there?
$74 a day.
I'm dismissing the part of your claim that seeks compensation for an assault. I do not believe you were assaulted. I believe he was. I believe you lost your temper, and that's what happened. I believe that you filed a restraining order against him in retaliation for his filing one so that you could get back into your apartment. That's what you did, and it didn't work. So I'm not awarding you anything on your counterclaim for the 2 weeks that you had to stay in a hotel room. You had to stay in a hotel room because you assaulted him, and he had a protective order. Now we're going to talk about your property. What do you claim that he took that belonged to you when he left?
He took a $200 blender. He took a digital photo frame. He took a business card case that I had. It all added up to...
Don't tell me what it added up to. I want to hear what he took.
He took
Keep going.
a wheeled laptop bag, a big Yankee clock that was on the wall, and that's it.
Did you take any of those items that belonged
No,
to
Your
him?
Honor. I took what was mine, just my clothes.
Did you ever file a police report with regard to items that he took?
No.
Why not?
Because when we went to court, he told my lawyer to tell me
No,
that-
don't tell me what he told your lawyer. After you got home, you're not a stranger now to the system. So now you can go back and file a police report that he stole items that belong to you.
Okay.
Did you ever do that?
No, I didn't think I had to
Good.
do that.
Your counterclaim's dismissed.
Okay.
I'm awarding you, sir, $648, which is $148 for your hotel room and $500 for your scratches. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He gets away with lies.
I didn't realize she was full of lies. I just knew that we didn't have a relationship.
He's just a shady person.
It was just getting worse, and I just wasn't happy.
He's just shady, manipulative, and he lies.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Flint versus White. Step forward.
26-year-old Melissa Flint is suing her ex-boyfriend, 26-year-old Brian White, for the unpaid balance on a furniture set and a television.
Miss Flint, you and Mr. White had a brief relationship, and according to your complaint, he owes you money for furniture and a television set that you put on your credit card.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. White says he doesn't owe you anything, although he is sitting on the furniture and watching the television.
Yes, ma'am.
How long did the two of you date?
We dated approximately 2 months.
From when to when?
We started dating the middle of December to about the middle of February.
And when did he move into this apartment that needed furniture?
He was moving the weekend of the 19th of January of 2008.
So far correct, Mr. White.
I thought we dated a lot longer than that.
It just seemed longer, Mr. White.
Possibly, but no. I do recall at least being with her through March and maybe some of April.
Fine. Where were you living, Miss Flint?
I was living in an apartment of my own in Kansas City.
How long had you been living there?
I moved in July of 2007.
And Mr. White, where had you been living previous to this apartment?
I lived with my father.
What kind of work were you doing?
I was a sales rep for a company called Service Manager.
Miss Flint had her own apartment, you had your apartment. Why would she buy you furniture?
It's a good question.
No. I always ask good questions, Mr. White.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I'm here. I
That's right.
expect from you a truthful answer.
I will give you a truthful answer.
Then get to it.
Okay. She was with me at the time that I was moving out of my father's house. My roommate and I didn't have a bedroom or a TV, a nice
So
TV
you're moving
for
in with a
downstairs.
roommate?
I moved in with a roommate, yes. I did.
Go ahead.
Anyways, as we got down to it, we were beginning to move in. I still did not have a TV or a bedroom set. She was willing to.
No, not she was willing to. I want you to tell me how it came about.
Well, I asked her if
What did
she
you
would-
ask her?
If she would help me purchase a bedroom and a TV.
And what did she say?
She said yes.
And what did you say?
I said I would help make payments.
Then why are we here?
Because at the time we were together.
No, don't look down. Then why are we here?
Because at the time when we were together, she said she would help make payments with me. At the time that we broke up, I found out that she was with her ex-boyfriend.
Who cares?
I stopped making payments.
On what theory?
I looked at it as a gift.
He has really no defense to this. The fact that he didn't like the reason for your breakup is not a reason
ma'am.
not to pay the bill.
We were together when she helped me purchase these. We went into it together.
No, you didn't go into it together, sir.
Yes, we
If you
did.
lived together in an apartment with her, I would hear you. She
ma'am.
had her own apartment. You moved
We
in
had
with a
our own
roommate.
place.
Listen to me. You moved in with a roommate. According to your testimony, not more than 3 minutes ago, you said you had an understanding. She said, "Can you help me buy the furniture?" She said, "Yes." And what was your understanding? She bought the furniture and I would make the payments. That's what you just said.
I said I would help with the payments, ma'am.
When was the last time you helped with the payments?
The last time I helped is after we broke up. The month that we broke up, I made
Listen,
my
you
last
look
payment.
foolish enough. Don't say anything else. All right? You look like enough of a fool. Say nothing else. You don't want your father to see this. $2,158. Judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused.
22-year-old Sandra Montejano is suing 20-year-old Nicole Martinez for assaulting her at a party.
Order. All rise. Quiet in the courtroom. Yes, case number 8 on the calendar in the matter of Montejano versus Martinez.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Ms. Montejano, it is your claim that at a party where I conjure up in my imagination there was a lot of drinking going on, that Ms. Martinez assaulted you. You want her to be responsible for your medical bills and for your pain and suffering as a result of that assault. Ms. Martinez indicates in her answer that this was a case of self-defense.
Yes.
First, tell me, on what date was this party you attended?
It was January 11.
2009?
Right.
And at whose home was the party?
It was at Edson's house.
Who's? Keep your voice
Edson's
up.
house.
Who was that?
Him. I mean, Nicole's
The house
boyfriend.
is actually mine.
You say it was at his house.
Well, I didn't know she lived there. It was.
You live there as well?
It's my house, yes.
Who owns the house?
I do.
And what was he doing there?
He's my boyfriend.
So you own the house.
He lives with me.
you.
Mhm.
Who invited you to the party?
A friend of ours.
Who?
I can't say her name, but we were invited personally to that party.
What do you mean you can't say her name?
Her name was Alexia.
You know that person?
Absolutely not.
Do you?
I don't, Your Honor.
Was she at the party?
Yeah, she was there with some other friends. We knew Edson from before. We had been to his house a few times and partied. We didn't know he had a girlfriend now.
So you had been to his house before when she wasn't home?
I think he was single back then because we didn't know she lived
Is it the
there.
same house?
She didn't live there before.
Listen to me carefully. Is it the same house you went to before?
Yeah.
How many times had you been to the house?
Probably twice.
Twice, did you say?
Yeah.
Before January of 2009. When were you at the house before?
Yeah.
That doesn't require a yes or a no. That requires a date. Before January 2009, when was the last time you were at the house?
I don't remember. It was probably
a month,
like
2 months,
more
3
than
months,
a year
6
ago.
months. What?
Probably more than a year ago.
How long have you been living there?
For a few months.
This is going to get better. Okay, so January 11th, you were invited by some girl. Now, who did you see? Did you see her when you got there?
Yeah.
What time did you get there?
We got there like around 11.
Who did you go to the party with?
Me, April, and my sister.
Let's go. You got there at 11 o'clock. What happened when you got there?
When we got there, we were dancing, and there was some girls already fighting. They were already fighting. I don't know why, because there was some girls dancing on their table, and I don't know why they were fighting, but they were fighting right in front of me. And we were about to leave, but then they calmed down, so we decided to stay a little longer. So we were just having a good time, partying. Even Edson came up to us and gave us a hug, and he was like, "Hey guys, how are you guys?" And we were like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And
he does that to everybody.
Listen to
We don't have a table.
Quiet. How much drinking were you doing, and what were you drinking?
I only had a mixed drink.
What kind of alcohol were you drinking?
It was vodka with like Sprite.
Did you meet any guys there that night? Is not an answer. Did you meet any guys there that night?
Yeah.
Did you end up in the bathroom with one of them?
No.
For sure.
Did you end up in the bathroom with somebody?
No, he wanted to walk me to the bathroom, and I kept telling him to leave.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you ended up in the bathroom with somebody.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the answer. With whom?
I didn't know him.
Who walked into the bathroom first, you or the guy?
I did, and then he followed me.
And after he followed you into the bathroom, who closed the door?
He did.
And what did you do in the bathroom?
I was telling him to get out because I needed to use our bathroom, and I wasn't feeling good, and he wouldn't get
Don't
out.
look down. Look at me.
And he wouldn't get out, and then that's when they started knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And that's when I told him to get out. I was like, "Get out, get out." And he got out, and I stayed in the restroom because I needed to use the restroom.
That's not true.
Okay. Now let's just take it up to there, Miss Martinez, because I read your answer very carefully. Let's start with knocking at the bathroom door. You were trying to get people out of the house.
Yes, I had gotten overcrowded. Me and him started kicking people out. He was pounding on the door. I came to see what was going on. My lock is one of those you could just stick like a card in and just unlock it. So that's what I did because the door was locked. I unlocked it. She's wrapped in my towels and he has his pants down. So I go, I shut the door. I go, "I'm giving you 5 minutes to get changed and get out of my restroom." I waited. I started kicking more people out. I came back. He had already fled by the time I came back. He ran out fast as he could. I came in. She's kneeling in my restroom, and she's telling me to hold on. I go, "No. I gave you 5 minutes to put your clothes on, and I asked you to get out, and I asked you nicely, and I didn't do anything." She didn't want to listen. She kept telling me to hold on, so I grabbed her, and I pulled her out of my restroom, and I told her to leave. We then started throwing punches at each other because of the way I pulled her out, and that's when everything had started. Next thing I know, I have 2 other girls come and jump me as well. I have 3 of them on top of me by myself.
You mean these 2 girls?
Those 2.
Okay.
Which I don't know what the 16-year-old was doing at my house or why she would bring a 16-year-old to my house, but she was
Who's 16?
She's 17.
What were you doing there? What were you doing there?
We went to, I wanted to go with her, and yeah, we ended up there at the party.
That you didn't go to until 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Who do you live with?
My mom and my dad.
They let you go to a party at 11 o'clock at night?
My parents weren't home that weekend. Sorry.
Our parents weren't home that weekend, so we left.
She just said she was at home with her parents.
How many times do I have to tell you? Don't speak to me.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Don't speak to me sitting down, and don't stand up until I ask you.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
Perfect. So your parents weren't home that night, or the whole weekend?
Yeah.
But you knew it was the wrong thing to do?
Yes.
Now you can sit down. Okay, go ahead, Miss Martinez.
All 3 of them had a full grip of my hair, and I was trying to swing. I couldn't because they had me like literally bent over. And the first thing I grabbed was a bottle, and I swung. I didn't know who I was swinging at. I just swung. I got her. She still kept fighting, and both of them kept fighting. The guys had finally pulled us all apart. April then comes running back in. He steps in the middle of us because she's getting ready to hit me. And she's hitting him, trying to get through him to me. And then that's when more guys come, get her off of him, take her outside, and ask them to leave.
How many people were drunk that night?
I'd probably say 95% of the people that were there.
And that would be including you and including her?
I wasn't, because I was actually watching everything that was going on. Because I'm the owner of the house, I was just kind of patrolling. However, at the end of the night, when all the fight had happened, her sister actually came up to me and said, I really apologize for my sister, but she's really wasted.
That is not true.
Shh. Are you speaking sitting down? Don't get up, I didn't ask you. Not a shouting match here. This is a courtroom.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sandra Montejano says party hostess Nicole Martinez beat her up during a wild night of drinking. Nicole claims she was acting in self-defense.
Okay, tell me your version. Now you're in the bathroom. Now you're in the bathroom. And if you think that I believe that he followed you into the bathroom and nothing was going on there,
I don't even remember that guy taking his
because
pants
you were
off.
wasted, because you drank too much.
Maybe he tried to do something with me while I was using the restroom.
Because you were
but I don't
drunk,
remember
because you
that.
drank too much. And you brought, she's your
I don't
younger
remember
sister?
doing
Hey,
anything with
I'm
him.
speaking. Now you're trying to talk over me. First I can't hear you, and now you're trying to talk over me. That's your kid sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first thing you did wrong was to take your sister out to a place you knew you shouldn't have taken her, right?
Right.
Did you let her drink when you were there?
No.
Did you drink anything?
No.
Yeah, baloney.
She didn't.
Baloney.
And I wouldn't be making out with the guy in the restroom knowing that my little sister is outside.
Yeah, yes, you would have.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you absolutely would have, for the
I
same
wouldn't have
reason that
wanted
you took her
anybody
out at
to
11
either.
o'clock at night. Now, give me your version. And I
Well,
have other things to do today.
I don't remember. Half of what she's saying, it's a lie. Because
I didn't
never
ask you half of what she's saying is a
Okay.
lie. I asked you your
This is what
version.
happened.
Hey, you're trying to talk over me again? I asked you to tell me your version of what happened after she told you to get out of the bathroom.
Okay, what happened is
that you first told me you weren't in with a guy.
No, I did. I told you I was, but I didn't. I never did anything with that
First
guy.
you told me you weren't. Now let's move on. You're in the bathroom. She tells you to get out of the bathroom. He leaves. Go ahead.
Okay, as soon as he walks out of the bathroom, I start, using the bathroom. And that's when she tried to get me out of the bathroom. And I was like, hold on, I need to use the bathroom. And I didn't know who was knocking the door. When I came out of the bathroom, she just pulled me and started sucking me until I was shocked, like punching me all over the place. And I was shocked. I didn't even have a chance to defend myself. And so I remember seeing myself in the floor crying, and then they were telling me to leave, that we were going home already. So when we were walking out, I was like, did she just hit me like that or randomly? Like, I'm shocked. I can't believe she just attacked me like that. So I'm like, who is she? I wanna know who she is. I wasn't looking for a fight. I was just going to confront her. Like, why did she do that? I didn't do anything wrong.
I have a police.
So when we were leaving, she was outside surrounded by all these guys. And it seemed like all they wanted was just fight. Because I went up, I was walking
Don't tell me
towards
what
her.
it seems. Just tell me what happened.
Well, because when I was walking towards her, she just cracked the beer bottle in my head without even knowing why was I walking towards her for. I wasn't even sure if she was the one that had attacked me in the first place.
You mean you're in a tight area in somebody's house, right outside the bathroom, and you're not sure who it was who attacked you?
Right.
Right,
I was
because you were drunk.
still in my mind. I was still looking for the girl that attacked me, and I don't know where she just.
Drunk. Drunk. As a skunk. Drunk. Go to the hospital?
Yeah.
I want to see the report. And I want to see the police report. Thank you, sir. I don't want the hospital bills. I want the hospital report.
Well, I requested them, and they never called me back. They said they were gonna give me a call back to go pick them up.
Okay. You told the police officer that when plaintiff came to you, you swung a beer bottle that was in your right hand. Is that right? That's what you
No.
told the police. That's what you told the police.
That's what they put down, yes.
No, that's what you told them.
Okay.
And at the police station, you acknowledged that you were wrong and that you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a start. You had no right to hit her with a beer bottle. You understand that?
I do.
Once somebody tells you to leave their house, you have to leave.
We were leaving.
No. Immediately. You overstayed your welcome. You were in the bathroom doing something you shouldn't have been doing. She wanted you to leave. It's her house. You should have left immediately. That doesn't mean that she has the right to lose it, which she clearly did. And so she has to be responsible. You have no health insurance?
No.
Have any of these bills been paid?
Not yet.
How many stitches did you have?
2.
What was the total amount of your bills?
$6,700.
Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That should cover some of your medical bills. Now, can we have the next case, please?
This is case number 9 on the calendar in the matter of McKay versus Rodriguez.
22-year-old April McKay is suing Nicole Martinez's boyfriend, Edson Rodriguez, for assaulting her at the party in question.
Have the parties been sworn?
Yes, they have.
Okay. All right. Ms. McKay, you were at the party. You were the third member of this triumvirate who went there.
Correct.
And it is your claim that Mr. Rodriguez assaulted you.
Correct.
According to the police, very uncooperative, Mr. Rodriguez.
Correct.
Why were you being uncooperative with the police?
He asked me to remain seated, and I stand up to get some water. That's why that was considered uncooperation.
What, you were dying for a drink?
Well, he asked me to remain seated, and I was upset because of the whole situation, and they just got into the house, and I went to get water. That was it.
You think that I believe that?
I think yeah.
No. How much did you have to drink that night,
I didn't
Mr.
drink
Rodriguez? At all?
At all.
So you tell me, Ms. McKay, how he assaulted you.
Basically, it's from the start, just the way their case was earlier. We were there at the party for a while, enjoying our time. We got invited by some friends. Anyway, so I seen Sandra coming out, and this girl, don't remember, but anyway, she came out of the restaurant. They started fighting. So I went over there to separate them, and I was trying to separate them as, you know, so she came and tried to help me to separate Sandra and Nicole from fighting. That's when Edson came up to me and grabbed me and said, no, let them fight. Don't, you know, just let them fight. So no, I was telling him, I'm not going to let them fight. I'm going to go out and separate them. I want to leave. I'm not here to, you know, have any fights against anybody. So I pulled him apart again. That's when he grabbed me by the hair and started punching me. He dragged me down to the floor and started socking me in my chest. Then, therefore, we both went to the hospital for that. While I was getting dragged down by his fists and he was hitting me on the chest, I heard Sandra screaming and I heard a beer bottle break. I heard screaming. That's when the cops arrived, and that's it. I don't know what happened after that.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, Your Honor, she's 100 pounds, 5 feet tall. If I will beat her up, she will be in the hospital for a couple of weeks.
Oh, you're a big macho guy.
And I know you understand that. Now, according to a police report, it says that 2 male guys were punching her in the stomach, and she just said that, and she didn't admit that. And I have that in writing, according to a police report.
Is there another male there?
No, not that I know of.
Can I see a copy of your hospital record?
Sure.
I have the police report out here.
Where's that?
You were driving that night, Ms. McKay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have anything to drink that night?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead, sir. I'm listening to you.
She declared, I mean, according to...
Don't tell me what she declared here. I'm asking you to talk to me. Did you hit her?
No, I don't.
Didn't put your hand on her?
Yeah, I did.
How?
I grabbed her hands so she wouldn't punch my girlfriend, and was trying to control the situation. Then she fell down, and I didn't attack her at any time.
How did she get a chest contusion?
Well, that's a lie.
No, that's according to what the doctor says.
Yeah, she also said in the...
And that's according to what
Well,
the
she
doctor...
got involved in the fight when my girlfriend was fighting Sandra. I couldn't be back then.
So you mean when all 3 girls were involved in the fight, she could have gotten punched then?
Correct.
So you just pulled her away?
Just pulled her away, trying to control.
Did she fall?
Yes.
Tell me how she fell.
Right when I noticed she wasn't there anymore, I just turned around. I didn't look at her falling, right? It was like 10, 15 people outside trying to control the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, over there says that there were 2 guys attacking
that.
her, which now she declared that's not true.
Yeah, are you trying to tell me what I have to look at in order to evaluate this case?
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
I asked, just tell me what happened. You pulled her off her.
Pulled her off her, trying to control
And she
the
fell.
situation.
I'm not satisfied that Mr. Rodriguez punched you and assaulted you. I think he probably grabbed you and got you off her and you probably fell. But I think there was a whole lot of fighting going on there. And the only one who did something that was actionable was her. Because she knows that when she picked up that beer bottle, took that beer bottle that was in her hand and hit her over the head with it, she knew it was wrong. And she knew it was wrong because she had allowed this group to come into her home and then got angry when this young lady wouldn't leave as quickly as she wanted her to leave. She sort of acknowledges that even in her answer, lost her temper and lost her cool. And she can do that as long as she doesn't do it with a beer bottle. He had nothing to do with it. Your case against Mr. Rodriguez is dismissed. That's all. Thank you.
Please excuse me, step out.
Lady Fitzgerald is suing her former friend, Christy Kolonowski, for ramming her car with her vehicle during an argument over a man. Christy is countersuing for her car repair bills.
All rise. Yeah, it's case number 17 on the calendar in the matter of Fitzgerald versus Kolonowski.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Are you Derek?
Yep.
Yes is the answer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sit up and look as if you're paying attention. Up. Sit up straight. Look like you're paying attention to me. You look very bored.
Straight.
All right. Would you believe that these two women are actually fighting over this? Ladies, get it. Why in the world would you, for any reason, go after each other over a guy?
She went after me.
No. She went after me. She went after me. I don't get it. And now that I see it, I for sure don't get it.
You'll get it once I explain
Now,
it.
listen to me. You made a baby with him?
Yes.
And you were living with him?
Yes.
Are you still living with
No.
him? No. Are you living with him?
No.
You see what happens? The only thing you got is a baby.
And damaged property.
No, no, no. The only thing you got is a baby.
She's
Damaged
almost
property
9.
goes away.
Yeah, I have a daughter that he doesn't care about.
That's right.
No.
That's just a second. I mean, it's a good lesson. Would you ever let your daughter hook up with somebody who wasn't ready to commit to you?
No.
No, of course not. How old are you?
I'm going to be 30 this year.
Is this your only child?
Yep.
Okay. Your lawsuit says that at some point you got into an altercation with the defendant, she got into an altercation with you, and she damaged your car. She says that you started it, you damaged her car, she's got a counterclaim. That's what the case is about.
Right. And my boots.
So, I deal with it. It's all totally irrelevant compared to the much larger picture of ruined lives and disappointments and children without fathers. The damage to your car is this big.
Mm-hmm.
The two of you used to be friends, right? All right. So, when did this incident occur with the car?
March 3rd, 2009.
Put your hand down.
I'm sorry.
Go.
On March 3rd, 2009, Derek Zazeta, my daughter's father, was working on my car in his neighbor's driveway across the street.
Just a second. He's working on your car, so you had a reasonable relationship with him.
Yes.
And you called him to come to fix your car?
My whole exhaust system failed.
I'm just that requires a yes or no, not an exhaust. You called him to come and fix your car?
Yes.
When did you call him?
The night before.
And when did he show up?
The next day.
In the morning?
Yep. Yes.
Yes is the answer.
I know.
What time in the morning?
It was before noon.
And where was he living at the time?
I was at my friend Lori's house, and he lives kitty corner across the street from her.
Now, what were you doing at your friend's house?
I went over there because I couldn't go to his house because Christy was there.
Why didn't he come to your house?
Because all his tools are in his friend's garage across the street.
So that's okay. He said, bring the car over and I'll take a look at it.
Yes.
Where do you live in relation to
I was
this?
living with Derek in November of 2008.
Listen to me.
I'm
I didn't ask you.
Centerline.
Listen to me.
Sorry.
I have questions. You answer the questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't go beyond the scope of my question. If I want you to go further, I'll tell you. Otherwise, just answer the questions. On March 3rd, 2009, where were you living?
I was living on Centerline in my apartment.
Where is that in relation to where Derek was living and where her friend was living?
I was staying with him off and on.
Were
Just
you
the
staying?
night.
Shh. Were you staying with him on the night of March the 2nd?
Yes.
Okay, so you were at his house?
Yes.
Were you at his house the night before when he got a call from Miss Fitzgerald to fix her car?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I assume that when you were at his house and he got the call, you were annoyed.
No. I do not have any problem with him fixing her car because they have an understanding with the daughter thing.
So just a second. Put your hand down.
why.
So you had no problem. So you slept together that night, and the next day he left to go over to fix the car.
Yes.
Did
and
you
the
have any
incident did
words in the
not-
morning with him?
Yes.
What did you have words about in the morning?
He was going across the street to fix Katie's car, and I went back to sleep.
When I meant words, I meant unpleasant words.
No, there was no unpleasant words.
Nothing.
Nope.
Okay. So now he went across the street to fix her car.
Correct.
Go.
She's lying.
Nope. I don't want to hear she's lying. I wanted you to tell me the story.
Okay.
Now he comes over at noon to fix your car.
Okay, he came over to weld up my exhaust system, and when he came in to tell me it was done, she was in my friend's driveway, and as I got in my car...
She was in your friend's driveway?
Yes, Derek,
in her car?
Derek, my friend Angela, and myself got in my car to pick up my daughter from school, and she got mad.
Shh, don't tell me what she got mad. Don't tell me
well,
mad.
she blocked the driveway, wouldn't let me out, so I had to go over the curb to get out of the driveway, and on the diagram over here it shows what happened after that.
Just a second.
It's news to me.
What time was this? He came over a little before noon.
This was about 1 or 2.
It was 3:30.
It was not 3:30.
It
I had the
was.
ticket.
I have the ticket from
Jump up.
511.
Don't.
It's not 511.
If it's not 1, 2, 3,
311.
I'm going to throw you out.
Says.
You're going to get thrown out. And you right after her.
Sorry, I have the ticket.
I don't care what you have unless I'm asking you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
How old is your daughter?
She's 8.5.
And what kind of school does she go to that
She
gets out at
goes
1?
to-
I'm speaking. You let me finish. What kind of school does she go to that lets out at 1:30?
We were actually going back to my house first, then we were going to pick her up from school.
What were you going back to your house for?
Just to get away from Christy. So Derek and
Yeah, I'd like to...
could spend time.
So it was a lie that you were going to pick up your daughter?
No, we were
No,
going.
it was a lie that you were going to pick up your daughter. You weren't going to pick up your daughter. You were going back to your house so you could spend time with Derek. That's
No,
what you started to
I
tell
wasn't
me.
spending time with Derek.
Who
he
was?
wanted to spend time with his girlfriend that he was trying to get back together with, Angela.
Fine. So what you were
I didn't
doing...
mean to
Hey,
lie.
I'm speaking. Okay. So you were facilitating him spending time with his girlfriend?
Yes.
X.
Great. We all deserve each other.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Katie Fitzgerald claims former friend Christy Kolonowski purposely rammed her vehicle during an argument over a man.
Now, she's blocked your car because she's been with him the night before. Excuse me, I have to put my glasses on and take a better look at this.
He's not worth it, believe me.
You're telling me?
He's not.
So what's happening, Ms. Fitzgerald, is you know that the defendant was at his house the night before. You know that they slept in the same bed probably the night before. And he used to be your boyfriend, father
Years
of your
ago.
child. Let me just understand this. So you called him to come and fix your exhaust system, and you were facilitating. You know what that means? You were making it easy for him, used to be your boyfriend, currently her boyfriend, to get back together with this person by going back to your house to spend time with her out of the eye shot and earshot of this defendant.
Yeah.
I just want to know what's going on. And it is your claim that she got angry and she blocked the driveway. And then what happened?
Are you asking me?
I am asking
Then
you.
I backed out of the driveway over the curb, and in the diagram, if you would like me to explain the diagram, I would. But
I don't need you to. Just
Okay.
tell me.
I backed out of the driveway. There's skid marks. I have pictures of skid marks on the
Just
street.
tell me, you backed out of your driveway, but you couldn't get over your driveway, so you
so
took
I went over the
I'm
curb.
speaking. So you took the car that he just fixed and you went over the curb with it
Had no
to
choice.
get away so that he could have some private time with her.
And then
I'm getting this right?
Yes.
You're taking your car. What do you do for a living?
I don't work.
You have to work.
I'm
If you-
disabled.
You're not too disabled to get behind the wheel of a car.
No.
Drive
but I
over a curb.
I didn't want to hit her car. I had to leave though, because she was going crazy.
You didn't have to leave. She's going crazy. You go in your house. You call 911. You say someone is blocking my driveway. Hey, I'm not talking to you.
I know, I'm so sorry. Because it's just.
You just call
a
the
lie.
police.
We did
Your
call the police.
counterclaim's dismissed.
I'm sorry.
Counterclaim's dismissed. Now we're going to continue. Now you got it? Good. That's what a normal person does. Now, do you have a psychiatric disability?
No.
Well, if you don't have a psychiatric disability, and I'm not going to
Right.
ask you what the nature of your disability is that prevents you from working,
It's post-traumatic stress.
that would be a psychiatric
Oh,
disability.
okay. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Well, you should know. If the reason that the government is taking care of you is because you have post-traumatic stress from something.
It was from a head injury.
From
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
You should get a job. It would keep you out of
I
trouble.
do want to get a job.
You should get a job, any kind of a job.
I do.
It would keep you out of trouble.
I want to work in the casino.
It would keep you out of trouble. It would keep you from machinating and ruminating about stupid things. All right, so now you're going over a curb when you and, what's your name?
Angela,
And how old are you, Angela?
32.
32. What do you do for a living?
I'm a painter,
House painter or a
Yes.
portrait painter?
house painter.
But you weren't working, I assume, on this day.
I was not.
Go ahead. So you backed over the curb. Go.
And I was going down the street, and she sped off behind me. I have skid marks.
Sped off behind you and
tried to hit me the whole way down the street. And then she
And?
was swerving around me, and she swerved to go around me and rammed right into the passenger rear of my car. And I have a picture of my bumper. I have an estimate for the frame that she bent on my car. And I got a careless driving ticket because we were both going at top. We were screaming at each other. She jumped out and kicked my car.
Just a second. So you were both screaming at each other, and you were both driving your car recklessly in order to get, because you both got citations.
Well, they
Correct?
just didn't want to deal with it.
Did you both get citations?
Yes, we did.
Well, I have a violation of driving on a restricted license because I was trying to leave the scene just to avoid conflict, and it was a cat and mouse down the street.
I gather
She
that
was
that's exactly
speeding
what it
up.
was. I gather that's exactly what it was.
And when I went to go turn down Elsa, which it's not on the diagram, she cut me off, so that's how I got my front end clipped. And My witness right here, he's seen it all.
You know, I
and
want
was
to
there.
explain something to you. The person that I want to least hear from in this world today is him.
Yeah, I know, Your Honor. I'm so sorry.
You understand?
I understand that.
Now, I don't think that either one of you, based upon what you just told me, acted appropriately that day.
I was just trying to get out of there.
I packed.
You didn't have to get out.
She was waiting.
You didn't have to get out.
You cut
All you
me
had,
off.
hey, based upon what
How
you
do
told
cut somebody off on a side
When I'm
street?
trying to turn
Your
on a
claim
side
is
street,
I'm
you
sorry.
cut
I'm
me
sorry.
off.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
She
said,
keeps
how many
going.
times
I'm
did you say
sorry.
I'm sorry?
I know. I'm not
I
gonna
dismissed her
talk
claim.
unless you talk.
I dismissed her claim.
I'm sorry.
Look, your claim's dismissed. Dismissed. I would have dismissed it anyway. You don't hear. You have to be more involved with your life and less involved with the lives of other people. Do you get it?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what kind of stupidity you were involved with that day, because I'm not hearing this counterclaim of yours that she hit your car and that she's responsible for the accident. You both behaved badly.
I should have called the cops in the first place.
That's right. Or gone into the house and not arranged for this assignation between Prince Charming over here and your unemployed painter friend. Do you get it?
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Goodbye.
What about my
May
boots?
step out.
Thank you.
She turned my daughter's father against his own daughter.
I already know how my kid's ma is.
I'm going after him for child support, so the loser better get a job.
I'll pay child support, and she can go pay a real mechanic, a real collision shop, real prices, and see how far that goes.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Bourgeois versus Lesserson. Step forward, please.
Carol Bourgeois is suing her former employee, Sarah Lesserson, for damage to her home, a broken cell phone, the cost to change her locks, and lost wages.
Ms. Bourgeois, you hired the defendant as a personal assistant. Things didn't work out. The relationship of employer-employee ended badly. According to what I read in your complaint and your answer, there came a time when Miss Lesserson, terminating herself from your employ, asked for her final paycheck, something that you did not give her immediately. Subsequently, she sued you in small claims court for her paycheck. So far, correct?
Yes.
And you lost, and you were directed by the judge to return her paycheck. You appealed that decision, and within the last several months, your appeal was rejected. So far, is that correct?
Correct. Yes, Your Honor.
Did you get your paycheck?
I did, Your Honor.
And I also read between the lines here, and at that time you also raised before the judge in that small claims hearing the fact that you wanted a business cell phone back. Correct?
Correct, amongst other things, yes.
Talking about the cell phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the judge directed that the cell phone be returned. When did you return the cell phone?
I returned it in August when we were in court. I had brought that along with other
August of 2008. And 8. Because you say that she damaged the cell phone. That I'm not entertaining. That was already taken care of by another judge. And between August of 2008 and May of 2009, if you had a complaint about the cell phone, you should have filed it, not waited until after your appeal was denied. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
Good. In addition, you are suing her because you say when she came to your office to collect her paycheck, she assaulted you.
Correct.
Something I assume you raised at some point. Is that right?
Yes.
When did you raise this assault?
I believe it was mentioned during the paycheck, but the judge wasn't concerned with that and didn't address that because that was not the issue.
He could have. Because the same way that you're suing her now for the assault, you could have counterclaimed when she sued you for the paycheck for the assault. And it was raised before the judge,
right, but
correct?
out of ignorance, I thought that it would balance out. I didn't understand.
I'm dismissing the assault. You get one shot of the apple. You can't come and fetch in Illinois courts because you lose an appeal. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
Unless you have a police report that suggests that you had visible injuries. Do you have a police report that indicates you had visible injuries?
I have photos too.
I'm not interested in your photos. I'm interested in the police report.
Your Honor,
Don't speak. So far, you're not losing. So far, I got what this case is. It's a lot of nonsense. Somebody who's vindictive because they lost the case. I can see no signs of injury on Bourgeois' right arm or right cheek where she said she was slapped. Bourgeois could not tell me with what hand Lesserson slapped or grabbed her. Okay, that's what I thought. Because even if I believe that she slapped you, which I don't, there is no way that you lost any wages due to an assault and changed lock fees. You want to give me 30 seconds on changed lock fees? 30 seconds.
She
30
kept my
seconds.
keys. She signed a receipt stating that she would return my house key. She said she was holding it hostage, and because she assaulted me, broke my gate, I had to call the police. She was screaming at me. I was afraid, so I had to call a locksmith to change my locks.
Madam, you lost the case. You've already had 2 bites of the apple. You had a trial. I'm speaking. You had a trial and you had an appeal. Every issue that you raised before me, you could have raised, did raise, in some instances before another judge. You don't get to waste court's time 3 times. Do you understand?
Yes, but I did
That's
raise
all.
those.
Case is dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may
Tricia Cedarquist is suing the father of her child, Dirk Spakovius, for storage fees. Patricia claims Dirk abandoned his property at her home.
All rise. Now, it's case number 23 on the calendar in the matter of Cedarquist versus Spakovius.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Ms. Cedarquist, the defendant was your former boyfriend and you have a 5-year-old child together.
Yes, that's right.
The complaint is an interesting one. You lived in a house together for a period of time up until when?
June of 07.
And at that time, you separated and the defendant ultimately left the house. You claim he left the house, leaving certain property there. And the property remained there for 18 months. And you want him to pay storage fees for that property.
Yes, I do.
That's what your case is about.
Yes.
That's not going to happen. Did you have a storage agreement with him?
Yes, we did.
No, you didn't. You never had an agreement that he was going to pay you for storage. As a matter of fact, according to the defendant, which I believe the reason that stuff was left in the house, at least part of the reason, was the ownership of the house was in dispute, and there was some legal action with regard to who was going to get the house. Is that true?
That's
true. Was the house in dispute?
Yes, it was.
Fine. And when was that dispute resolved?
I lost the action in the first part of 07.
Do you have an appeal pending?
Yes, we have an appeal pending.
At the same time, I understand, based upon your answer, a custody dispute. Is that correct?
That has been resolved now.
How has it been resolved, sir?
We were in the social services system for 18 months, and as of April 1st, the child has been awarded me as the full parent.
When you say you were in the social service system, what does that mean?
During our battles in the past, the police came out and had removed the child and put her into
This
protective
doesn't have
custody.
anything to do with the case, Your Honor. This is private information, and this is a different problem altogether. I don't want to bring my daughter into it. I'd like not to.
I have questions. If you don't want to answer my questions,
I'm just being protective of my daughter.
Your daughter is how old?
She's 5.
Yeah, tell her not to watch. Tell her not to watch. At this point, you're in the house. Some of his property was there. I want to see a copy of a contract that you had with him for storage of whatever property. These were auto parts. I want to see it. You have a copy of a contract?
I do.
I want
do
to see it.
in the sense that...
Just a second. Just give me a copy of a contract of a storage agreement that he made with you to store these auto parts in your house that you sold when?
The last 6 months. And I told him I was going to be selling them for storage, and he, in fact, helped me. I have proof here that he helped me with some of these listings, knowing I was selling them for storage purposes, storage fee purposes.
Show me a contract that you had. Show me.
A written contract that he signed?
Yes.
Not a verbal one? No. I don't have one.
And the stuff has been there since June of 2007. Is that correct?
Technically, it's been there since 1989.
No, it hasn't, Dirk. No, that's not true. That's
when
not true.
When did you first move into the house, Miss Cedarquist?
I moved into the house in of 02.
Sir, I don't understand how it could be there in 1989 if you moved into the house. If she didn't move into the house until 2002.
I purchased the house in 1989. It's been my house. And
just a minute.
You lost the house in foreclosure.
Oh, forget it. Forget it. Okay. Very good. Now you have a counterclaim. I'm prepared to hear your counterclaim in about 30 seconds. You have a counterclaim for her selling your stuff on eBay?
That is correct.
Did you ever give her permission to sell your stuff on eBay? Just answer the question. That requires a yes or a no.
No.
I don't believe it. You just started to give me a reason. Did you ever give her permission to sell your stuff on eBay?
Yes, when we were together.
I have proof that shows him giving me permission just months ago.
Mr. Spakovius, if the plaintiff has proof that you gave her permission after June of 07 to sell your property on eBay, I'm not going to be happy with you, sir. Do you understand?
I understand that.
All I want to ask you is, did you give her permission since June of 07 to sell any of your auto parts on eBay?
No.
Fine, show me the proof.
This is communication.
Now I'm dealing with his counterclaim. I'm already resolving your claim for storage, which is nonsense.
But this is his... This
Nonsense! Did you ever write to her, be extremely careful, the bolts break easy, and it's easy to mess up the strip? Yes, take off the lights and sell separate? And that was written in May of 2008.
Not in May 2008. No.
Oh, that's when it's, I mean, I don't do this machine well, and I certainly don't do eBay well. Isn't that date Saturday, May 24th, 2008? Isn't that what it says, Bird?
That's what it says.
I want to show this to him. May of 08 is after June of 07.
Yes.
Can I also ask you to look at the pictures of of how much stuff there is?
I don't care. You lived in this house together. You lived in this house as a couple. He lived in this house separately. You lived in this house separately. I gather there was some sort of ongoing dispute with regard to the ownership of the house and who should get the house. You got the house. He got the kid. That's the way it worked out. If you're not happy with that, that's too bad. But that's the way it is. You have a child who's 5. Start getting along with each other because you're tied to each other for a long time. If he has primary physical custody of this child now, in the foreseeable future, you better be nice to him and stop irritating him. And you the same, sir. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay? You got to start loving your daughter more than you hate each other. And stop fighting over nonsense,
Honor,
like storage fees for auto parts.
I have lived my whole life has been revolved around these parts.
Listen to me. I'm not hearing any more about your stored auto parts. Do you understand?
Then they're mine.
Do you understand?
Then they're mine. I understand.
Perfect.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Patricia Cedarquist says the father of her child, Dirk Spikovius, owes for abandoning his property at her home. Dirk is countersuing Patricia for check fraud and for selling his belongings on eBay.
Now, you still have any property at her house?
Yes, I do.
You have 5 days to go and get the stuff. If you do not get it within 5 days...
Your Honor, I've lived with these for so many years and fought with the city over it, the neighbors. What about damages?
Ms. Cedarquist, listen to me carefully. Didn't you have your listening ears on? You have a 5-year-old child that you're hell-bent on protecting.
Yes.
Listen to me carefully. You are tied to him. He is now the primary physical custodian of your 5-year-old.
That will change.
It may, and it may not. And irrespective of whether it changes or not, both of you, based upon the fact that they gave him physical custody now, are going to have input in this child's life. And if a court finds that you're going to impede that, no court will give you custody of a child. I wouldn't give you custody of a child if I felt for 1 second that by giving you custody of this child, she was going to be deprived of her father. And that's the sense that I'm getting from you, Ms. Cedarquist. That is the sense that I'm getting from you. Put your listening ears on. You gotta love your child more than you hate each other. He's gonna come within 5 days and pick up all of his junk. And whatever he doesn't pick up with a marshal within 5 days belongs to her.
I give him so many opportunities.
I'm speaking. Don't you get it?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Whatever you don't pick up now
in 5
is
days.
hers. Now, based on this, that you can't explain to me, that suggests to me that you lied to me when you said that after June of 07, she never had permission to sell any of your stuff on eBay.
Correct.
So if she sold any of your stuff on eBay for whatever costs, I'm dismissing that part of your counterclaim. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now I'm going to get to this other part of your counterclaim if you still want to pursue it.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
During our breakup, she stole a checkbook and proceeded with check fraud.
You broke up in June of 07.
Correct.
And she stole your checkbook.
Correct.
And when did she write a check out?
She wrote a check out in February 7th of 07. Several checks.
Yes, and when did you find out about it?
Later that month when
in
my bank
February.
account...
Why in the world would you think that I would entertain that 2 years later?
Because knowing that she doesn't have any money, I wasn't going to pursue it. It was a lost cause.
Well, then you should have pursued it in a more timely fashion. The doctrine is called latches. You sort of waited too long, sir. What else? I'm going to put your listening ears on, too.
Other than a collection agency.
You got to love your child more than you hate each other.
I do.
Good. How often does your daughter see her mother?
2 hours, twice a week, monitored.
By whom?
I was not allowed to be the monitor.
Of course not.
And
I can understand
so
that.
her son and her daughter do the monitoring.
Do they come to your house or do they take the child to her house?
I drop the child off, and sometimes the grandmother drops the child off.
And she comes back, and that's
I
been
pick her
going
up.
on since when?
As of the beginning of this month, April.
Prior to April, where was the child living?
With me,
Okay, and prior to that, where was she living?
with the paternal grandparents,
With your parents?
with my parents.
Okay, fine. Very good. Listen, try to get along, because if you don't get along with him, you don't want to be relegated to 2 hours twice a week with your daughter.
That will change.
I doubt it.
Oh, it will.
Oh, I doubt it.
I don't.
No. I doubt it.
No, they haven't heard everything that
I
they
doubt
need to
it.
hear about this man.
I doubt it. Your case is dismissed. So's your counterclaim. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He's a liar.
I'm very happy with the judgment.
I call my ex-boyfriend because he took an axe to everywhere in my house. The ceilings, the piano, my glass, everything.
We both were out there with axes and pitches destroying each other's cars and property.
When the police came, they took my daughter away because he made my home unsafe. Because there was glass everywhere. That's why I don't have her.
It was a scene when you get 9 cop cars out there trying to break us up, trying to decide who to take to jail. Got interesting.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Malburn versus Malburn, step forward, please.
Thomas Malburn is suing his son, Oscar Malburn, for the return of payments made on a motorcycle that Oscar repossessed. Oscar is countersuing for damages to the bike.
Mr. Malburn, this is your son.
Yes, ma'am.
According to your complaint, your son took back a motorcycle that he had previously sold to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And he sold to you, and the conditions of the sale were that you were taking over payments.
Yes, ma'am.
Because he could no longer make the payments on the motorcycle that he purchased. You wanted it. You said, I'll take it off your hands. I'll make the monthly payments. He held the title until the payments were made. You made the payments for how long, sir?
16 months.
And then your son came and took back the motorcycle.
Yes, ma'am.
You want the payments that you did, in fact, make on the motorcycle during that time. Your son says that you violated the agreement because you made your payments late, thereby potentially damaging his credit, and he had every right to take it back. He has a counterclaim that is nonsense. He wants to charge you for renting the motorcycle on a weekly or daily basis. That's dismissed out of hand because that was never your agreement. When did you buy this motorcycle?
August of 2007.
And how much was it?
It was $18,000.
What kind of work were you doing at the time?
I was doing construction, stair builder.
Is this the only vehicle you had?
No, I had a car.
When did you make this arrangement with your father to take over your payments?
In February or March of 2008.
Why?
Because I had lost my job
When did you lose your job?
in February.
When was the last time you had made a motorcycle payment?
January or December.
You had missed a payment.
Yeah,
Well, if you missed a payment, then your credit was already down the tubes, right?
somewhat.
Somewhat. But you had missed a whole month.
Yeah.
So when your father took over your payments, he made 2 payments to catch up, correct?
Yeah.
That would be a yes.
Yes.
And did he make the payments each month after that?
He made them each month after that, but he never made them on time.
When were they due?
They were doing the 17th of every month.
Did you make the payments on the 17th of each month?
No, I did not.
Because you're going to show me the payments that you made, right?
Yeah.
Let me see them. You have your checks?
No, I do not. I made it off all through the phone.
When did you take this bike back from your father?
In March.
How much did you pay for the bike?
I paid from August to December.
So you paid for 5 months,
Yeah.
and your father paid for 16 months.
Yeah.
Where's the bike?
In my garage.
You have to give it back to him.
No.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No.
Oh, yeah, you do. You have no defense because the only defense that you presented to me was that you took the bike back because your father made the payments late, thereby jeopardizing your credit. In order for you to be able to establish that he jeopardized your credit, you have to have some credit to jeopardize. You already damaged your credit in December 2008 when you missed a payment. And then, according to your own statement, you made your payments late. So what difference does it make if your father made the payments late or you made the payments late?
No, I made my payments on time.
Did you? Show me you made your payments on time. You can't. And you made a contract with your father. And the contract with your father was he was going to make the payments on your motorcycle, which he did for 16 months. And at the end of that period of time that took into consideration the entire loan, the title to the motorcycle would be given to him because that was your contract. He actually owned it. It was no different from you were acting as a car dealership. I'm holding the title till you make your payments. As soon as you finish your payments, I'm going to give you the title. That's what you did. You have a written contract with your father?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see it.
He has
Your
it.
Honor, Can
I have the contract, but he doesn't.
I want to see the contract. This says, to whom it may concern, I am selling my Harley Davidson to my father, Thomas. He will be making the payments on the motorcycle. However, the loan will remain in my name. I am releasing any and all claims of ownership to this motorcycle permanently. And you signed it. He gets the motorcycle back.
No.
Oh, yeah, Marshall's going to come and take it right from your house.
Your Honor,
What?
the motorcycle is in his name. The loan was taken out in his name. So
Yeah.
legally, the motorcycle is his.
Are you on his side? I'll dismiss
No,
your
Your
case.
Honor, I'm not,
You
but-
either have two choices. Either I dismiss your case or you go get the motorcycle. You have a valid contract.
No, I'm just looking for the money
Sorry,
back.
you have a valid contract. He permanently released to you any claim of ownership of this motorcycle. This, in conjunction with an order from me, could be presented to a marshal, and you can go and get the motorcycle. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And there was also a verbal
And the contract
between
there
the two
can't
of
be
us.
listen to me. I want you to listen to what the law is. The verbal contract cannot be admitted if there is a written contract. You cannot modify a written contract with a verbal one. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Nothing in this piece of paper says that the loan has to be paid on the 17th of the month. It says that you permanently relinquish any claims to ownership of the motorcycle. That's what it says. That's what I'm holding you to. You signed it. We'll prepare the order. Thank you very much. Case is over.
What about the damages done to this bike?
He's
that were
taking the
never-
bike back, sir. He's taking the bike back.
This is ridiculous.
Parties are excused. You may step.
20-year-old Tyler Porter is suing his former landlords, Gina and Brian Vince Balkans, for the return of his band's musical equipment.
Order. All rise. Quiet, please. Ladies. Yeah, this is case number 5 on the calendar in the matter of Porter versus Balkans.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have a seat.
Mr. Porter, you and some of your friends answered an ad in Craigslist for room,
Yes.
place to rent, and the defendants became your landlords. You have a band. You moved in with your friends and your band equipment. According to your complaint, you were supposed to pay them rent, and you didn't. You owe them $800. Is that right?
Yes.
Is there any reason why you didn't pay rent?
Well, we were all looking for jobs, and we couldn't find a job at the time. We were going every day looking for a job, and we couldn't find a job.
Well, how do you visit that on strangers? Call your parents, call your sister, call your brother. I don't care what you do. You had a contract to pay them rent.
We were there for a month, and we did pay them rent for 2 weeks.
Yeah?
And then the other 2 weeks, we just didn't have, we just ran out of money. We couldn't pay them rent for the $800.
So what did you do?
We left them our equipment for collateral for the $800.
What equipment did you leave them?
I got here a contract stating of all the list of the equipment that we held at their house.
Very easy. Let's see. Yeah.
And this here also comes with it too. This is like a receipt because our PA system is what we made collateral of, and then that equipment is what we had storage in their house also.
Oh, that's not what this says at all. It says you're leaving the following equipment with them as collateral for unpaid rent, and it lists all this equipment. All of it.
Yeah.
Not some of it, it lists all of it. And you didn't pay the rent.
Yeah.
And you still didn't pay the rent.
Right.
And
That's why we made this receipt, so that we could distinguish what was going to be collateral out.
No. This is your contract. Is that receipt signed by everybody?
It's signed by...
Is that receipt signed by everybody?
It's signed by them.
Is it signed by everybody?
No.
Then it can't modify this contract. This contract gives them all this equipment, everything, until your rent is paid. And you never paid your rent. So how could you sue them for equipment?
When I came back.
Yeah.
I came back because we all left to Utah. Go back to Utah.
When?
When we couldn't pay rent. It was
What
in,
month and year?
In October.
October of 08.
08.
You went back to Utah and you left them all this junk in their house.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I had to come back in November because I had a few things that I had to take care of, and they told me I could live with them for a little bit, try to find a job for me, live with them. And in January, she rented our PA system out.
Just a minute. So you lived with them November, December?
December, yeah.
If you speak again, I'm putting you out. Do you understand?
Sorry.
You wanted to be the plaintiff, you could have stood up there.
Sorry.
Hair out of your eyes so I could see you, please. So these nice people let you stay there November and December. How much rent did they charge you?
They didn't charge me any rent.
Well, sound like nice people to me. Let me hear what the rest of your problem is.
In January, they rented our PA system out for without my permission.
Who cares?
Our permission.
You didn't pay your rent. The equipment was theirs. Go ahead.
Okay, so the next day they kicked me out of the house, and
They kicked you out. Why? Did you open a fresh mouth to them?
no, because they moved our PA system out, and we didn't really agree to it. So I think that's why they kicked me out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So far, you see, I'm not too sympathetic with you. You want to live in a grown-up world, you got to be a grown-up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the next day, I called a few friends, to help me out. Cameron was there.
To help you out? How?
To get the equipment out.
You didn't have the $800.
No, but like I said, what we understood was the PA was the only thing that was collateral.
Can you read?
Yes,
Take the hair
I
out
can.
of your eyes so you can read.
Yes, I could read.
You want to read what that says?
I could read.
Now, I understand you went back with police.
Yes, I did.
What happened when you went back with the police?
Well, when I was getting my stuff out, Vince was yelling at me and cussing at me, and he was pushing me down the stairs. He spit in my face, punched me in the shoulder, and then the cops came, and I told him all about it, and that's when I guess Vince was hiding in the house.
Yeah.
Was hiding in the house, or Gina was at work when the cops showed up, so nobody was there at the house when the cops showed up.
Nobody was there, so what did you do?
Well, me and the cop were just talking about what just happened and everything, and then Gina showed up moments later, and then she talked with the cop, whatever, saying that I could get my equipment out, but she didn't have a key to the house. She told me to come back around 4:30, and I would be able to get the equipment out of the house. And so I came back at 4:30 with the cop, and she was there outside of her house, claiming that she still didn't have a key to the house. So, there wasn't much I could do. So I went back home where I was staying with a friend. And the next day, Gina called me up, cussing at me and everything. And that's when she told me that all our equipment is going to go to the recycling plant, to get money or whatever. So I called the cops again. And the same cop showed up again the next day when I came out. And still again, nobody was home and knocked at the door.
You got your equipment.
No, I didn't. The only equipment I do have is my drum set, and I'm still missing a few parts of the drum set. And I do have a witness, a special witness, that will verify that.
Fine. Call him.
Is it Jocelyn?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn?
Yep.
Swear the witness, please.
Sir, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth in all matters concerning this case?
I do.
State your name, badge, and...
Rob Jocelyn, Deputy Sheriff in Southern California.
I understand that you were part of this proceeding where this young man was trying to regain possession of some band equipment.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Did anybody ever show this to you?
No, it's probably the one they were referring to.
Who was referring to it?
She did, along with...
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
So you understand that this says that until he pays $800 that he owes them for rent, this was being held as collateral.
That's correct. And I advised him that because of that, I was basically there to keep the peace, because there was nothing I could do to help him retrieve his property.
Good. And what did he do?
He wasn't totally pleased with my answer, but he was understanding because of my explanation.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Tyler Porter says his ex-landlords, Gina and Vince Balkins, owe for the return of his band's musical equipment. The defendants are countersuing for unpaid rent.
Well, tell me, officer, what did the defendant tell you?
That she didn't have a key, that the only key to the house was with her husband wherever he was working, and she wasn't able to get a hold of him. So getting in the house at that time was out of the question.
And did you subsequently go back and gain entry into the house?
Did not get entry into the house, but I did go back a second time.
For what?
When I was advised that the drums were made available to Mr. Porter in an unlocked vehicle in the driveway.
Who advised you that?
Mr. Porter did.
What did he tell you?
That she had told him that his drums were going to be in this vehicle and he could come by and get them.
What were his drums doing in a vehicle?
I had my husband put all the stuff that was left in the room in the van.
What stuff?
I'm not sure everything of what it is.
What was put in there? Do you know, sir?
Yes, he has a fairly large drum set, and that was put in the van, along with a couple of their practice amps that were there.
Your Honor, there was no practice amps. There's no amps. All there was my drum set, and there are some pieces of my drum set that are missing and that was not in the van.
So?
Exactly.
I ask you, so? You saw him get his drum set?
Yes, and I do remember him saying that a few pieces were missing, but there were no amps the day that I was there when he retrieved his drums.
I was home.
Where's
on
their
the 14th.
$800?
Well, our stuff was all gone. How, I don't want to pay them $800 and then.
How do I know that? Your stuff's been in their house now 6 months, occupying a room. 6 months. I mean, you think that everybody is your mother? That everybody
No.
cleans up after you?
No.
Well, who are these strangers going to clean up after you? According to you, you left all this crap in their house for 6 months. And you moved back with them. They let you come and live with them for 2 months rent-free. They don't even know who you are. They don't know you. And you still didn't pay them. And you call the police because you say, I want my stuff back. And you have a contract with them that says you don't get your stuff back until you pay them. What don't you get?
I just don't get how $800 could be a collateral of $5,000. I know it says that, but here in the receipt, where we made a receipt, it says just the PA system, which is worth $1,225.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're prepared to lose that, right?
I would be willing to lose that if I could get my other stuff, yes.
Yes.
The other stuff's not his. It wasn't his to take in the first place. The only thing that, as it states on that piece of paper that we have here that was his, was the drum set.
Well, what did you do with all this room full of stuff?
Got rid of it after about the fifth month.
Listen, that's what I'm trying to get, Mr. Balkins.
Right.
What did you do with the rest of this stuff?
It's the rest of the stuff in that room I put in the van, ma'am.
No. This is the drum set. There's lots of other stuff here. You said you got rid of it. How did you get rid of it?
Oh, sold it.
Well,
He did
why didn't
sell
you
all
say
of
that?
it.
Shh. Why didn't you say that to begin with, sir?
No one
you
asked
didn't put this. No one asked you. You have an answer here. There's nowhere in this answer that you say that you sold the stuff.
It just did.
Now you're playing with me. Now you're playing with me. Didn't you
No,
think
ma'am.
I was going to get to that question?
No, ma'am.
First you said, no, let me tell you what you said. Let me tell you what, I don't know who signed this answer. Maybe it was your wife that signed the answer. I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm speaking. Listen, I'm an ecumenical abuser. This is the answer. You both signed this answer.
Right.
He took everything but a piece of carpet he claims is worth $5,000.
Right.
We do not have any of the boys' band equipment because Tyler took everything. You point to one place in this answer where you say you sold any of the equipment. Just point to a place. Don't speak. Point.
Right here.
I'd like to give her this paper. We sold this.
I want to see where he's pointing, Bird.
The carpet.
Now you're playing with me.
No,
Now
ma'am.
you're in trouble. Now you don't get your $800 because now you're a big fat liar.
No, I'm
now
not.
you're a big fat liar.
No.
And I don't condone what they did, but they're stupid idiot teenagers. And you're just a stupid idiot, but dishonest.
No.
But dishonest. Because if there was anywhere in here that said, look, we held on to their equipment for 6 months, then I sold it. I sold 6 pieces of equipment, made up my rent, and then some, but he got his drums back. That's an answer.
Okay.
But here you say he took everything but a piece of carpet. But that's a lie. He couldn't take everything but a piece of carpet because you sold some of his stuff. What did you sell and where and to whom? I go further than just the what did you sell, where, and to whom?
2 amplifiers I sold.
Yeah. To whom?
Pawn shop.
How much did you get for it?
$300.
I want receipts for your equipment. This is a receipt. This is Guitar Center.
Mm-hmm.
This you get off the internet. That I don't want. I want receipts for your equipment.
Some of the equipment we buy at like pawn shops, so we can't get receipts from them. That's just showing how much it's worth.
Yeah, I'm not giving you how much it's worth. I'm giving you what you paid for it.
I don't have the receipts where we buy at pawn shops.
How much did you pay for it?
Altogether? For all the equipment? I'm guessing, $4,500, $46.
Try 2. Now, you got your $800 back. You probably sold more equipment than you had to tell me because you didn't tell me you sold any. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. Thank you. And thank you, officer, for coming.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
They were having hard times, and we thought, give them a shot.
Well, yeah, they were nice people. They were trying to help me out and everything.
It was good to help them. That's why we did it.
But, most of what they were saying were lies.
I came home, and he was taking stuff out of the house.
They did yell at me. They did spit in my face.
I shut the door, moved him out of the way, shut the door.
It was just a big mess.
Said, you can't be taking stuff out of the house, not yours.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Gasper versus Hall Gonzalez. Step forward, please.
Richard Gasper is suing Ryan Scott Hall and his girlfriend, 23-year-old Tiara Gonzalez, for the return of money he paid for a Toyota Camry. Scott says he sold the car as is.
Mr. Gasper, how old are you, sir?
51.
You want your money back for a 20-year-old car that you purchased from the defendants?
Yes, ma'am.
I asked you how old you were because I assumed that you've owned many cars in your life.
Yes.
Where did you see this car advertised?
On Craigslist.
And you sent the defendants the full amount of the sale price of the car before you saw the car?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much did you send them?
$1,500.
And anyway, you want your money back?
Correct.
I want to see the ad that was placed on Craigslist.
Your Honor, we don't have the ad. We did petition Craigslist for the ad, but they said they could not give it to us without a subpoena.
Don't tell me what they said. Do you have the ad?
No, I don't.
Do you?
No.
Okay. This car was not an antique. It was just a 20-year-old car.
Correct.
Did it indicate how many miles were on the car?
I believe...
In the ad?
Yes, it did.
How many miles were on the car?
101,000.
And you paid $1,500 for the
Yes.
car? Okay. How far away from the defendants do you live?
About a 4-hour drive.
Could you explain to me why you think that even if you didn't like the condition of the car when you got there, you think you're entitled to the return of your money?
Well, other than the condition, Your Honor, which was not as described.
I don't know how it was described, sir.
Okay.
I don't know how it was described, other than it's a 20-year-old car. It did
Correct.
say that.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
And
we got down there to get the car, to pick it up, and Mr. Hall could not meet us. He said he was busy.
But you took the car.
Right. The car.
Who has the car now?
He still has the car.
You have the car.
No, ma'am.
Where is the car?
It was actually donated.
Show me.
Show you.
Show me that you donated it. You get a receipt when you donate a car.
I didn't actually do the donation. Actually, I gave the car to my brother. My brother donated it because we had to have the car removed from the property that it was at.
Show me. You know, I don't like when people are dishonest. I don't like dishonest people. But you, Mr. Hall, are playing it so dishonest that I don't trust anything that you say to me, sir. And if you took back possession of the car and either sold it or kept it, you got to give him his money back. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. Get him out of here.
Excuse me.
Richard Graves and his wife, Catherine Boland, are suing Richard's son, 26-year-old Timothy Graves, for attorney fees, as well as anger management and AA classes.
Order. All rise. Now it's case number 561 on the calendar in the matter of Graves, Boland versus Graves. You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
Mr. Graves, this is your son.
Correct.
And you are?
His stepmother.
How long have the two of you been married?
6 years.
What kind of work do you do, Mr. Graves?
I'm a facility manager.
And you?
I'm a human resources manager.
Who else lives in your home with you?
No one else.
And how old are you, Mr. Graves?
26.
You got yourself into trouble. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Your father says that he paid for attorneys for you on 2 separate occasions. One because you got yourself into trouble, and the next time because you wanted to see your son. You have a son.
I have a daughter.
A daughter. And there was a problem with visitation. So your father and stepmother helped you get a lawyer. He wants that money back. And he says he paid for anger management classes, which were a condition of your probation, even though that was a minor amount of money. I think he just threw it in. It was something like $65. You've probably spent more on him at dinner.
True, very true.
Right. Okay. Mr. Graves, why don't you tell me about the first instance where you retained an attorney for your son?
Timothy was arrested on a violation of a restraining order and tried twice to gain a release.
When was that, Mr. Graves?
April, I think, or March, somewhere around there.
It was March 19th, and he was trying to get bail and was denied bail once. And
Denied any bail?
Denied bail.
Is this the first time you've been arrested for domestic violence?
Yes.
Was it a bad case of domestic violence?
No, ma'am.
And they would not set bail for you?
No, they wouldn't. Long story, no, they wouldn't.
Well, give me the cliff notes of the long story.
The judge I was going in front of wouldn't release anybody on a violation of a protective order charge because he had released somebody on a violation of a protective order charge, and they went back to their wife or something like that.
And killed him?
Yes, ma'am.
You only burned him once.
That's all you had to do.
So you were released when, who was it, your girlfriend?
Yes.
Filed for a protective order, but then when she alleged that you violated the protective order, he said, okay. What was the nature of the alleged violation, Mr. Graves?
Me and her got into an argument over the phone.
Over the phone? So
over the phone.
She alleged that you threatened her over the phone in
Yes.
violation of the order. What'd you call her for? Oh, it's not an answer.
I was over at my friend's house, and we were just talking, and I just found something out, and I didn't like it, so I called her and confronted her about it. She really didn't like that.
Well, because it's a violation of the protective order.
Yes.
Right. That's why the judge didn't let you out. So you tried twice to get bail, and you were twice denied bail. Then what happened? Look at me.
My father basically took it upon himself to get me out.
You didn't have a discussion with him?
I talked to him several times while I was in jail, and
Did you at any time say to him, do something, help me?
I had said help me, but he once again told me to go forth with the public defender, and it just wasn't working.
And so you didn't have a subsequent conversation with him?
About
Did
getting
he?
me out?
Yes, the public defender tried for the second time to gain bail and was denied. And at that point, I imagine it looked hopeless in his opinion, and literally begged me, calling from jail, to please hire an attorney to get me out of here. I need to get out of here. Please do whatever you have to do to get me out of here.
And?
And I made that understanding very clear at the time. My wife was on the extension that if I do this, this will just be a loan. I'm not giving you this money. Pretty much if it was up to me, I would let you stay in jail to learn the lesson. So that was the condition.
Is that what you said to him?
Yes.
And what did he say to you?
Anything you can do to get me out.
When your father retained the attorney for you, Mr. Graves, was the attorney successful in securing bail for you?
Yes, ma'am.
How much?
I'm not sure of the amount. I don't know the
Who
amount.
posted it?
I guess my father did.
There was no bail. It was a habeas corpus trial, and he was released.
So that despite the fact that the judge said, I'm not setting bail for you, the judge is required to set reasonable bail in order to secure your appearance. So the judge got his wrist slapped, right?
Yes.
Whatever happened with that case, Mr. Graves?
It was, went through with court and everything, and I got put on probation, and it was dropped. I think I actually got time served.
Listen, if it goes through court and everything and you were put on probation, then it's not dropped. If you put on probation, it's because you were convicted. Either you were convicted after a plea or you were convicted after a trial. Did you take a plea?
No, the second-degree assault, the first charge, why I got put on a restraining order, that I got put on probation for. The violation of protective order, I got time served. That's done and over with.
So you assaulted your girlfriend.
In the sense, yes.
How many senses of assault are there?
There's a wide range.
Well, give me your range.
A cell phone at the ground and it bounces up and hit her.
Is that what she says happened or what you said happened?
That's exactly what happened.
Listen to me. Is that what she claimed?
Yes.
And how injured was she?
Not really. Any scratch on the head. Our daughter was in her room. That was the main problem.
How old is her daughter?
Our daughter's 18 months now.
So you threw a cell phone at her, you hit her in the head, and she got a gash, and your 18-month-old daughter was in the room.
Sleeping, yes.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And then you heard something else that you didn't like, so you called and threatened her.
Yes.
And then she said to you, you're not getting visitation with this child because you have a bad temper.
No.
Well, an attorney was necessary in order to secure you visitation with your daughter, is that right?
Yes.
If your girlfriend wasn't complaining about your conduct, there wouldn't have been need for an attorney. You could have arranged for visitation without the necessity of having an attorney.
That's what we had.
That's what you had what?
That's what me and her had. Even after I got released, I had my daughter every weekend.
And then what happened?
We just had a falling out, and it got to where it needed to go, where I had to go to court.
Do you have visitation now, Mr. Graves?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
I have her every single day during the week and every other weekend.
Is that because you work nights?
Yes, ma'am.
And child's mother works days?
Yep.
And that's by court order?
Yeah.
And that was secured for you through the attorney that your father paid for?
This is, well, yes, but me and my ex came to an agreement outside of court.
It was secured by virtue of an attorney
Yes.
that your father got for you.
Yes.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Richard Graves says his son, Timothy Graves, owes for attorney fees from 2 separate arrests.
Okay, how did it come about that your father got you that attorney?
Because he saw that it was,
Don't tell me what he saw. There had to be a conversation.
we talked about it,
Well, that's what I'm asking you. What was the conversation?
that I had to do whatever I had to do to get my daughter.
Well, what was it that you had to do, Mr. Graves?
I had to go through court.
Right. And?
I had to hire a lawyer.
And?
And he knew that I didn't have the money to
Don't
pay
tell
for
me
a
what
lawyer.
he knew.
I didn't have the money to pay for a lawyer.
So what did you say to him?
I need your help.
And what did he say to you?
Okay.
Now, Mr. Graves, first tell me when this was that you advanced money for the second lawyer.
This was on June 8th.
Had he paid you back any of the money that he owed you for the first lawyer?
Partially, yes.
He did?
Yes.
How much did he pay you?
$315.
What did you pay him the $315 for, Mr. Graves?
I never had any recollection that I paid him the $315.
Well, tell me what you claim he said to you with regard to paying you back for this second lawyer.
We actually found that lawyer as a reference from the first lawyer that was hired. Timothy and I went to his office and sat down, gave him an overview of the case. And I asked Timothy, is this the person you want to hire? And he said, yes. I said, you realize that this is just going to add to what you owe me.
How much was the second lawyer, sir?
All told, $3,000.
What do you mean all told?
There was an initial $2,000 retainer that I put down in June, and then later on there was another $1,000 they requested.
And how much does he still owe you from the first lawyer?
$300.
So he owes you $3,300.
Correct.
Not $3,360.
This 60 was for the anger management
class.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I paid for the anger management classes out of my own pocket.
I'm asking you about the lawyers.
he knew my financial situation. He knew I didn't have any money to pay for any lawyers whatsoever. But it kind of came up as it's their granddaughter too. If I don't get to see her, they don't get to see her. I figure that's why they were helping me.
Are you working now, Mr. Graves?
Yes, ma'am.
Did your father throw a telephone at your girlfriend in front of your daughter?
No.
Did your father pick up the phone when he wasn't supposed to make contact with your girlfriend and threaten her?
No.
Was it because of your father's conduct that you were denied any kind of visitation with your daughter?
No.
Whose fault was it?
It's all mine.
Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $3,300. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I think it was a little unfair.
It's exactly what we were looking for Judge Judy to let him know this is what you need to do in life.
It's all settled. I want to get our relationship on and continue on and move on.
I'm hoping we can put this behind us, move on.
We can be a father and son.
Don't lend money to any member of your family that you're not willing to lose.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Turner versus Cisneros, Vu, Mesa, step forward.
19-year-old Damel Turner is suing his former roommates, Chris Cisneros, Sarah Vu, and Mackenzie Mesa for breaking their apartment lease.
Mr. Turner, which one of these young ladies was your girlfriend?
The one on the far left.
That would be you. You are Miss Mesa?
Yes.
According to your complaint, you and your girlfriend and the co-defendant and his girlfriend, also co-defendants, you all decided to set up housekeeping together and lease an apartment.
Yes, ma'am.
You moved in with your girlfriend, he moved in with his girlfriend, and you all signed the lease.
Yes, ma'am.
And then very slowly, one by one, they all took off.
Yes, ma'am.
Did that give you any cause to pause, Mr. Turner, that there might be something wrong with you? Is not an answer.
No, ma'am.
There was never any indication that something was wrong with your behavior.
No, ma'am.
Seems odd, doesn't it, that they all moved out and left you there alone?
Yes, ma'am.
In any event, your lawsuit wants them to be responsible for the rent for the remainder of the lease and for when they left. And they say it was because of your conduct that they all left, that there were problems in the apartment precipitated by your behavior. And they're counterclaiming because they say that there is some property that was in the apartment and they want moving expenses, which you're not going to get. You're lucky if you don't get hit with rent. Don't be stupid about your moving expenses. When did you sign the lease, Mr. Turner?
June 21st of 2008.
Was it a year's lease?
Yes, ma'am.
How long had you and Miss Mesa been dating?
A year and a half now.
Had you lived together previously?
No.
Were you working?
Yes.
Had you been friends with them as a couple, or were you friendly with one of them?
I knew Damel from work.
What work?
We work at a Round Table pizza place.
When did you move out?
I moved out in, the 1st of January this year.
Where did you go?
I moved in with my father at his place.
And when did you move out, Miss Vu?
The second to last week of November.
Why did you move out?
Chris and I broke up a few days before our 4-year anniversary.
Now, when you moved out, who paid November's rent, your share of November's rent?
I had already paid my share of November's rent, and because I was moving out on such short notice, I gave Chris my share of December's rent in cash.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So you fully paid for December?
Yes.
When did you move out?
I moved out at the end of November.
Why?
I moved out because I felt that...
Look at me, don't look over there.
I felt that it was not a good environment for me to be in at the time, and...
Like what?
Well, my schoolwork was going down, I was depressed. My family was asking me to come home, and I felt that that would be a better environment for me.
I didn't hear anybody talking about his bad behavior. You had a lot to say in your answer.
Well, one night, especially like where I felt like it was like definitely a sign that it wasn't a good place to be at anymore, was a week before Chris and I broke up. We were all like hanging out at our apartment, and we had friends over, and it was probably really late, like really early in the morning, around 2. We were hungry, and so we decided all to go get something
Could
to
we
eat.
get to it, please?
And
places to go.
Mackenzie wanted to come with us, and Damel decided not to let her, but and she went anyways, and so he was really angry. When we got back with the food, we were all sitting on the couch eating, and Mackenzie was sitting on the edge of the armchair, and Damel came out and was like lecturing her, and she rolled her eyes, and so he walked up to her, grabbed her by the neck, and threw her down onto the ground from the armchair of the couch.
That was in November?
Mm-hmm.
Did that happen, Miss Mesa?
Yeah, to an extent that happened. We did have our fights where they would escalate sometimes.
I can understand fights escalating. I don't understand physical violence during an argument. Did you do that, Mr. Turner?
No, what happened was...
Listen, I don't want to go through the food and the couch again. Did you put your hands on her?
Yes, I shoved her.
Well, you can't do that.
I know. What happened is
How much after that did she leave?
that actually happened in October, and she left at the end of November. It was because we were having a party, and like we all had like a couple of drinks, and
I don't care why.
Okay. What happened was that I came and yelled at Mackenzie, like, "Why'd you leave? We're supposed to..."
I don't care.
Okay.
You can't put your hands on anybody. Was that the first time he ever put his hands on you?
No.
Was it the last time he put his hands on you?
Yes.
All right. So far, the two of you are responsible for rent because you can't just leave. Being unhappy with your environment is not a reason for you to break a lease. Breaking up with your boyfriend is not a reason for you to break your lease. Now, you left in January. Did you pay January's rent?
I did not pay January's rent.
And you left when?
I left it, I would say, the 1st of January.
What kind of discussion did you have with Mr. Turner about the rent on the apartment?
The beginning of December, I told him that I wasn't going to be able to pay January and that I was going to go and tell the office that it was, time for me to leave. I was going to put in my notice. Damel asked me if I could give him the notice and wait till he got a roommate and then put in my notice at the beginning of January.
Did you have that discussion with him?
No, ma'am. He told me he was going to move to Australia with his brother, that he was going to keep paying rent until he decides on what he was doing.
Well, that was back in December. That's what he's saying. And he said that you had that discussion.
Yeah, this is December, but it's getting close to January, and he's told me that he's going to still keep paying rent until he figure out what he was going to do. He never, ever gave me any, formal or told me exactly when he was going to leave or ever went to the office to let them know either. So I can never actually get a roommate because they're all still on the lease, and the apartment won't let me put a new person on the lease until they're all off the lease.
Did you take your names off the lease?
I had signed the paper to get my name off of the lease, but I don't think it ever went through because I needed signatures from everyone else as well.
What about you?
At this point, when I went to go try and get...
The answer is either yes or no.
Yeah, but Damel's the only one who can sign us off.
Did you get your name off the lease?
No.
What about you?
No, still there.
Fine. So they owe January and February so far. How much is your share of the rent?
$283,725.
And how much were you paying in rent?
$286.
And you?
$286.75.
You each owe him $858. January, February, and I'm throwing in March. Yours is less. $849. By the end of March, sir, if you don't have roommates, I suggest you do something else. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, moving expenses on your counterclaim is out. You moved, so who cares if you move? Only he cares if you move. What property do you have there?
A queen-size mattress, a CD cabinet, a shelf, and a stereo.
Is it still there?
Yes, ma'am.
When do you want to get it out?
ASAP.
Fine, within 5 daars?
Yes, that's fine with me.
Anything else?
I had a rice cooker.
Why didn't you take it with you in November?
Because...
Is not an answer.
All our things were still mixed up together, and I couldn't find it at that time. And when I went back to get it later, Damel had already changed the locks on the apartment.
When you pick up the rest of your stuff, pick up her rice maker. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may stay.
Rose John is suing her son-in-law's daughter, Elizabeth Chavez, for the cost of 2 airplane tickets to Pittsburgh.
All rise. Now, it's case number 464 on the calendar in the matter of Joy versus Chavez.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Would you folks have a seat, please?
Miss Joy, the defendant is sort of related to you by marriage.
Yes.
You have a daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
Is she here today?
No. Her husband is.
Your daughter is married then to this gentleman.
Yes, ma'am.
This is his daughter.
Correct.
And it is your claim that this young lady owes you for 2 plane tickets that you purchased. One for her, which enabled her to go and pick up her granddaughter who was not thriving, an infant that was not thriving. And then another plane ticket for her son, who somehow got to be living with you when no one else could control him. And then he was sent home.
Correct.
Ms. Chavez acknowledges that you bought the plane tickets and you paid for these 2 plane tickets. Her defense is she never asked you to do that. And there was no agreement that she would pay you back for those plane tickets. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's first talk, Ms. Chavez, then. Since you acknowledge that the plaintiff purchased a plane ticket, let's talk about plane ticket for your son. Your son isn't here?
No, ma'am.
How old is he?
He was 16 at the time.
So a minor.
Yes.
Explain to me how your son came to be living with the plaintiff.
That is a long story. He was supposed to end up...
Listen to me.
Okay.
I don't have time for a long story. If you have a 16-year-old child that's not living with you, there's a reason.
Yes.
Usual reason is I can't control him. That is the short version, we used to say the Cliff Notes version of why he was living outside of your home. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So you couldn't control him. Where did you send him?
To my father.
You sent him to your father, this gentleman.
Yes, ma'am.
You couldn't control him.
No, ma'am.
So you sent him to your mother-in-law. That's the bottom line, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Terrific. And he somehow ended up with you because you say, I know how to take care of 16-year-old boys. So far, generally correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How long did he live with you?
From the middle of June till the 3rd week in August.
And Ms. Chavez, did you in fact speak to the plaintiff during the time that your son was living with her?
No, I've never had a conversation with this woman.
Never?
Never.
During any of that 2-month period, you never spoke to her?
I spoke with my father because apparently him and his wife were living with her also.
Was living with her what?
Living with her also.
Also?
Yeah.
You weren't living with her, were you?
At the time I was, ma'am.
During the summer?
Just towards the end we were, but at first we were, because our house was being fixed.
Were your son and his wife living with you when this young man came to your house?
I'm not sure. They were in and out part of the time. Their house was being remodeled, so it was back and forth.
Okay, so he was living with you in part because his grandfather was living with you?
Part of the time, yes.
Fine. So you never spoke to her?
Never.
Do you have any records that she ever spoke to you during this time?
She never spoke to me during that time.
When did you send him home?
The end of August.
When did you speak to his mother?
I have never spoken to his mother.
Then explain to me the contract you had with her with regard to sending him home by plane. That's the plane ticket you're talking about.
For him, yes. I was working in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I got a phone call from Tex and his wife stating that...
Don't tell me what the conversation was. I want to know what agreement you had with her with regard to paying for this airplane ticket.
I never spoke to her. I had no agreement with her, but they did.
Well, if you had no agreement with her, Miss John, and they had an agreement with her, get the money from them. I can't litigate a case where you had no verbal contract with the defendant. Do you understand?
I understand that. James had robbed my home.
James was bad. Let's say James was bad. This is a court, and what we're dealing with is a verbal contract. Since you didn't have a written contract, you had a verbal contract. The defendant would be responsible for necessaries for the child. An airplane ticket does not come under the category of necessaries. So you would have to demonstrate to me that there was a verbal contract between you and the defendant. And from what you're telling me, you never spoke to her.
Never.
So there can't be a verbal contract. So that part of your claim with regard to that ticket is dismissed. If you have a contract with your son-in-law, deal with that. But you don't have a verbal contract with her. All right, let's get to the other airplane ticket that you purchased. Let me try to put this in context. She has a daughter. Her daughter has a baby. Where's the daughter? That would be you. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Your daughter, for some reason, was either unable or willing, or a combination thereof, from taking care of her infant who was not thriving. Miss John, look at me. Explain to me this airline ticket that allowed her to go and pick up her daughter, because that's the other lawsuit.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead.
Melissa agreed.
Melissa, raise Melissa's hand. Melissa.
She's the mother of Angel, the baby. She agreed at that point in time that she wasn't quite able to handle work, the baby, and everything, and we all agreed to that.
Who's all?
Melissa, my son-in-law, my daughter, and everybody.
Well, that's what I want to know, who the everybody is. Your daughter, your son-in-law, and Melissa agreed that Melissa could not take care of this baby for whatever reason.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was asked again to provide the money because she did not have money to come up and get the baby, and the baby, for its own safety, protection, whatever you want to call it, needed to go elsewhere for a period of time till Melissa got on her feet and things like that. We were going to arrange parenting classes, things like that for her. I was assured by Melissa that if Melissa could not pay me back...
Melissa, raise your hand. You spoke to Melissa?
Yes, I did.
Who was then how old? Over 18?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. That if she couldn't pay it, that her mother would make arrangements to pay me back. And that's what the agreement was.
That's the agreement with Melissa. Miss John, that's the agreement with Melissa. When did you speak to her mother?
I have never spoken to her mother, ever.
Miss John, I'm going to again try to give you a 30-second legal lesson.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Rose John is suing her son-in-law's daughter, Elizabeth Chavez, for the cost of 2 airplane tickets to Pittsburgh.
Okay. Now, the defendant owes nothing financially to her emancipated daughter, and certainly nothing legally to her emancipated daughter's child. So there's no necessary involved, like food and clothing and shelter. The only way you can sue somebody on a contract is if you have a contract with them. Sometimes the law will allow ratification even if there was no direct contract for some reason, like if you bail somebody out of jail at the request of a third party. The person gets out of jail and says to you, I will start paying you back. I realize this was a loan. I will start paying you back next month. And you say, fine, a contract is therefore be created. But if you never spoke to her, you couldn't have a contract with her. It was impossible for you to have a contract with her. You may have had a contract with Melissa, but Melissa cannot obligate her mother to do anything. Melissa can't say to you, well, I'll pay you back, and if I can't pay you back, my mother will pay you back.
Yeah.
She can't do that. She cannot do that. And you can't tell me what she knows.
Okay, when she came to Pittsburgh, I was not in town. She even stayed at my home, so she was well aware.
You can't tell me what... Listen, this is a court. You're suing on a contract. There was no contract with the defendant. There was a contract with Melissa. Melissa should pay for the airline ticket. Right, Melissa?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course. Not her mother. All right, so that part of the lawsuit is dismissed. You have a second lawsuit here because you're suing Melissa?
Yes.
Your lawsuit against this defendant is dismissed. Change seats.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, this is case number 465 on the calendar in the matter of Joy versus Martin. Parties are reminded that they're still sworn in.
All right, now this is your lawsuit against Melissa. Melissa's trying to get her act together. By the way, Miss John, sounds to me as if your daughter, who's not here today, is that right?
That's correct.
Bought into a family that had a whole bunch of problems. Now, I don't know if your daughter has a whole bunch of problems, but certainly the family she married into has a whole bunch of problems. His problems. You have taken them on yourself for some reason. I don't know. Maybe your daughter's got worse problems than he has. Where does your daughter live? With you?
No.
Who does she live with?
My daughter, with him.
Maybe that it's enough of a blessing for you so that you're willing to extend yourself. That's possible. But I have to tell you something. He's got a lot of baggage. Better be something about him that's spectacular to have all this baggage. In any event, Melissa is his granddaughter, and it is your claim that when she's trying to get her act together, you loaned her money to buy a trailer.
Yes, ma'am.
For her to live in, start working. The trailer needed a whole bunch of repairs.
Correct.
You also spent money to have it repaired, well over $1,000, that she agreed to pay you back, that she may have made a couple of payments, small payments, but then she moved out of the trailer without paying you back. That's the money you want. Now maybe you have the right defendant. Miss Martin has a defense.
Yes.
And her defense is that while she acknowledges you made this loan to her to fix up the trailer and to pay you back a certain amount each month, that at some point you moved your son into the trailer to live with her.
Yes.
The son was a problem.
Very much so.
He's still living in the trailer.
Yes.
Let him pay back that money. That's your defense. Where is your son?
He lives part-time at the trailer because the trailer had all of the copper plumbing and that stolen from it. So without any knowledge of what night he will be there and what night he won't be.
Just a second. So he does live part-time in the trailer. And when did you move into the trailer, Miss Martin?
I believe I moved in around June. No, it was in August because my grandfather was selling his house. And that's when I needed a trailer.
So you moved in, let's say, she says July 13th is when it was. Let's say August 1st, 2008, that you moved in. When did you move out?
In the beginning of November.
When you moved into the trailer on August 1st, who did you move in with?
It was just myself.
Were you there the entire month of August by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
So far, is that correct?
Yes.
When did Miss John's son move into the trailer?
It had to be the month after.
In September?
Yes, ma'am.
When did your son start living in the trailer, Miss John?
I don't know for sure. I don't know. It was agreed that he would pay half of the lot rent, half of the utilities. Everything was being paid there.
What about half the loan to fix it up?
He was doing all of the work for fixing up in lieu of paying for the materials. Melissa's agreement was that she would buy all of the materials and all labor would be free. except for the plumber. None of us can do plumbing.
Had you ever met her son before?
Yes, I did.
How long did you know him?
When I first got in there, it was around May. I met him probably a week after that I first got there, so I've known him the entire time. My grandfather's house. That's where I stayed before.
And how old is he?
He's 45, 46.
Is he a single man, Miss John?
Yes.
What does he do for a living?
He works in a restaurant.
How many times has he been in rehab?
He's never been in rehab.
Does he need it?
Yes.
Drugs or alcohol or both?
Alcohol.
Who do you live with?
Myself. My husband's deceased.
So he clearly couldn't live with you?
No.
Because of his alcohol problem?
Because I really didn't want anybody living with me. Not because of that. I just needed time to live by myself.
Right. And you were how old? 20?
I'm 21, Your Honor.
When were you 21?
I turned 21 May 31st of last year.
So she just turned 21. She's a troubled young lady herself. Were you working at the time?
I actually got a job at Rite Aid a couple of weeks after I moved in. I was trying to get on my feet.
Okay. So you were working at Rite Aid?
Yes, ma'am.
That's how you were making some of these lot payments?
Yes.
Which you did in fact make. Was Miss John's son working at the time he moved in with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Where?
He works in a cafeteria restaurant.
How often would he come home drunk?
Almost every day.
Did you ever tell that to Miss John?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
When?
I told her quite a few times. I don't exactly remember what day. I asked her for help. I told her I cannot do this.
You could not?
I cannot handle that.
What did she say?
And she said that she would try to get help for him and that she would talk to him. She did, in fact, talk to him at the trailer, which only made him worse.
You moved out?
Yes, ma'am. And I told everybody that I was moving out before I did.
Who did you tell?
I told my grandfather, grandmother, and I told Rose. I told her I could not handle it no more.
Other than living in the trailer, Miss John, where else does he live?
Did who live?
Your son, other than living in the trailer.
With him, with Tex, my son-in-law.
Your son is living in this trailer that you purchased. By putting your son in the trailer with her, you were placing her at risk. You were placing her at risk. I don't care what kind of an agreement you had with a 20-year-old who was trying desperately to put a life back together again, with a child who's no longer with her, was with her mother because she couldn't deal with working, the child, whatever other stresses she was under. And you putting a 45-year-old alcoholic with her.
I did not put him there with her. I did not.
You mean she invited him?
I don't know who invited him.
I don't know who invited him either, but that's where he
is
is now. And Miss John, I can't help you. This is a very sad situation, but if you want the money back that you invested in that trailer, I suggest, madam, that you speak to your son. Your case is dismissed, that's all.
Parties are excused. The next